Right.
So we should be on, are we?
Hang on, I'm just checking. Yep.
Yep, all good.
Yeah. All good.
There you go.
Right, you can start us off.
Well, evening, folks. Here again tonight to watch Newcastle against Manchester City in the League Cup semi-final. First leg.
It's a home leg, which is
good for us.
Quick question: would you want to have had the home leg be the first one, or the
To be honest, I'd have
Or do you
preferred
think
it been second.
second?
Just give us the opportunity to go there and try and squeak a draw or something.
Yeah.
Or even if you just lost by 1 goal, you think, well, I've come and play in the second leg, knowing we have to win or get a draw. From having a draw if we're away, and knowing that you want to win, the crowd for us gives us an extra player.
Yeah.
So I think I would have preferred being away.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
The first game, but to be fair, we could end up having, if we play like we did against them last year in the semis.
Yeah.
Listen, we were 2-0 up, weren't we? Sorry,
that was against
quarterfinal.
That was against Arsenal, but I mean,
but we had City as well, didn't we?
Yeah.
I think we'll be up for it, and I think
we'll always be up for a cup. So, what would be the first thing you want to talk about? The lineups?
Well, I think the lineup as such. We've got, obviously, anybody that's watching can see we've got the lineups running for Newcastle running across the screen. He's stuck Pope back in goal. I can kind of see it. He's kind of obviously, it was a hard game the other night, and if you think of the amount of goals that were scored, I'm not knocking the goalkeeper for it, but I think maybe just trying to see whether things can be a bit more steady at the back and have a stronger defence through Pope. I wonder whether that's what he's thinking.
Yeah, I think it's part. A lot of people have been saying it. Both Pope and Ramsdale have sort of made mistakes, or maybe could have done a little bit better in their position. But I think for most of the games where we've not kept a clean sheet, it's not been down to the goalkeeper. It's mainly been down to the struggles in defence.
Yeah.
And bar that one game in the Champions League, Pope has maybe in other games he could have done it, but even then in them games, the defence has opened up so much, so we would have conceded the other one anyways. But goalkeepers is not really a thing to really focus on more. It's more the actual defence. The thing is, Chow's great, Miley's great, Botman is great, Cher's great, Burns great. But for some reason, there's times where they do really well, but then there's just something that just causes them to slip up and give away a goal or just let a team run through us so easily. Yes, we brought in some different players, but a few years ago, the back line we had was one of the best defenses in the league. We only let in a few goals.
Yeah, I think as well we've got to put down the fact that I think teams have figured out what our style of play is.
Yeah.
And we've kind of almost got stagnant at times in continuing to try and play the same way.
Yeah.
And I think some teams have figured us out.
Yeah.
But we are trying to play a little bit more expansive at the front end.
Yeah.
And it's leaving us short and a bit of struggles.
Yeah.
A little bit with behind in defence.
Yeah.
But again, I think we'll go back to it. Miley going back into right back. I think I'm going to turn around and say it's a good call because I think he's played tremendously well there, and I think he will probably stand the sort of Doku up and make him, have to play around him.
Yeah.
And I think yes, Doku can do it, but I think he would maybe be the better defender than Trippier at that job.
Yeah.
Of holding him up. I think Trippier's good in the position, but I think he's good at getting forward and playing the ball.
Yeah.
And whereas Miley seems to have the legs to be able
to
I get up and
feel
down.
like Trippier definitely would be someone who comes on because he's been our previous captain, but I think if you're going to have Murphy on that side, you'd want to have Trippier, who tends to make those forward runs more, which
Yeah.
basically makes it so that Murphy would stay higher up on that right wing, because there's been times where Murphy has been brilliant in putting the crosses in, but then when he comes too far back, he loses it in tight areas. If he stays up further up the pitch, he's fine.
Yeah.
And so I do hope to see Trippier come on, because he was on against Bournemouth and he didn't do too badly. But I'm kind of glad that also Miley's still sort of deserving to be in that role, because
Yeah.
he deserves to play, and he deserves to, you know, deserves to start mainly because I don't know what that was, but he deserves to start mainly because he's actually performing well in the position as well.
Yeah. And what do you think of the centre back pairing of Chow and Botman? I know we're pretty restricted for their injuries, which is not helping us. But
I think the thing is, Botman share Burn. If you look at them, they're all great. If you look at Burn and Share, they both tend to sort of like to make their runs forward and play the ball forward, whereas Botman and Chow tend to sort of recover it and hold it and then play it either down the sides or to one of the deep line midfielders. I think Botman would be one. Well, Botman and Chow are basically probably going to hold it more. I doubt we'll see some balls played through the middle, because it's usually Cher or Burn who does that. And maybe that's a good thing then, that we might not lose possession too deep, hopefully, if they play their cards right and hold on to the ball better.
Yeah.
No,
I can see that. Yeah.
I think there's been times where you can go, well, Botman's not been the same, and it's not to discredit him, but I've seen so much better from Botman, and I think due to the injuries, he's sort of not been the same. You can say the same for Tonali recently; he's not been the best, but I think giving them more and more game time and getting better form and performing better just helps bring their confidence up a bit.
Yeah.
So it's good. I still am happy with Botman, and I'm still, despite the last few games, some of the errors have been from Chow. You can't really blame him, and he's still been really good for us, Chow. Um, Despite, yes, some slip ups or giving away a penalty. I mean, yes, he handballed it, but he was falling down and everything. I, he even posted on social media apologizing and saying like he gave for the slip and for the penalty, like he sort of had a bit of a slip up, when really he shouldn't need to be. When
just an unfortunate set of events that's happened a couple of times. The rest of the season he's been immense.
Yeah.
But we go look at the midfield with Guimaraes, Joe Linton, and Ramsey.
Yeah.
Do you think Ramsey's a good choice in there?
Well, it'd be good to see him sort of work around with Joe Linton more. He has played with Tonali and Bruno. He probably did play a bit with Joe Linton at times when he's come off the bench or whatever. When you've got Joe Linton, who's probably going to be the one who tries to win the balls in area and hold up and sort of be in support of some of the wider out players. Bruno will probably be trying to play it forward, and I think Ramsey is good for pace and dribbling, really, and working with the wingers. So I feel like we've sort of got players who cover well in different areas and different aspects of the midfield, and I think confidence is something that he needs to get from this game. And there's been moments where he's made great runs, but I think if he gets more and more confident, he does better in the final third.
Joe Linton.
VAR. Why are they showing VAR?
We'll talk about that at any time. With Joe Linton now sort of looking to come back and showing a bit more form.
Just that a second. The last 13 home results, we've won all of them and drawn 2 in the last 13 home results. That's mental. Sorry, let's go.
Well, the players are in the tunnel ready to come out, so we'll get a bit sharp on with this. So obviously we've got to think about, when we look at it, you've got a couple of players missing, which we talked about. For me, in a match like this, a player for me that I think they're really going to miss is Dan Burn.
Yeah,
I just think in a match of this magnitude, and
getting beyond the crowd.
Yeah, But look at him. Look at what Dan Burn's done in
the cup
the
competitions.
cup competition.
But as a
He's just
centre
been
back,
immense.
I mean, look, you've got him there. He's
Yeah.
watching. I feel like his presence alone in the stadium might help. But as a centre back, he's great. A left back, he struggled a bit, but he's
Yeah,
just
but that's not his
so
position,
good at
but he
he's
just
so good when he is at getting the tackles in because he's that tall. He can just sort of wrap round in front of the players.
Yeah.
He's good at holding them up and not if they get past him, that's fair enough. But it's kind of a struggle, really, if you're a defender to try and get past a 6'7" centre back standing right in front of you.
Yeah.
You know,
He's just imposing. It makes you think twice before you've even got a, you know, you can imagine him and Haaland together. That would be a good matchup. But I think Chow will have him handled tonight. I think he'll figure him out. So,
yeah, I don't want to jinx anything though. And there we go. Look, a wonderful war flags display once again at St James's Park.
Yeah. There's another one we've got to quickly talk about. What do you say about Doku tonight?
Doku is. I think in the last few games he's been quite consistently well. I mean, at the start of the season he'd been sort of on and off, and I think the season before, but he has been a bit of a dangerous threat, and he actually has sort of been better
a little bit more consistency.
I think better in consistency in front of goal compared to last year.
Yeah.
So he can definitely be a danger.
So we'll go with the quick predictions then. Well, you're going to have a laugh at me here. I'm going 4-2.
Wow.
I think with the way we've been playing and goals, I think we can score. I just hope we can keep theirs down. But I'm going to go with 4-2.
I'm going to go. I want to say we win cup. We want to hold it. We're at home. I really just hope we don't play shockingly bad for somewhat reason. We have been playing well. I want to say 2-1 to us. I feel City will get a goal, and it could be snagged maybe late on in the game. But I feel like if we've managed to do it against Arsenal, where we had a 2-0 lead, we've always had difficult teams in the last few years under Eddie in the cup. We seem to be able to show our strength in this, but I don't want to be jinxing it. I don't want to be, saying these things and it'll come back to bite us in the arse. But you just never know, really. It's you never know the power of the cup, the Premier League, the FA Cup. Macclesfield beating Crystal Palace. I doubt anybody wagered that to happen, and it did.
Anything can happen, and you just.
Would you say then, because we've won it, but City are the better team? Who would you class as the underdog in this?
We are.
We are.
Technically,
we are holders.
Technically, even so, with City being who they are and what they've done over the last 6-8 years, for me, you would.
I don't like that front three.
You would expect City to be, the team to worry about.
Yeah. Well, coin flip just been done. Bruno Guimaraes, all comps this season. He has 13 goals and assists. He's also done a lot of distance, a lot of passes, percentage, whatnot. Other stats come up, but 13 goal contributions this season so far. Bruno, a midfielder, is pretty good. I think the only bar maybe Bruno Fernandes. Who else? Kevin De Bruyne was really the only one who had such high numbers in the midfield.
Yeah.
I could be wrong, and there could be a shout come from somewhere. Not trying to be rude, but I think really it's always been KDB or Fernandes in the last few years, really, for midfielders with the most assists or most goals.
Yeah.
Bruno's getting himself up there.
He's certainly doing well.
Yeah.
I just want us to have a good, solid, fast start.
Yeah, which I think we always
do
well
get it at home. But we do always usually in these big cup matches and at home in the Champions League we start.
Yeah. Fast. Well, I've seen a start and everything. I don't know if there's another game in between, but our next few away games are awful. Yeah. PSG, Liverpool, Brentford, Spurs, Villa. City again. City again.
Well, we've kicked off, guys, so here we go.
I think Chelsea as well. It's going to be difficult.
Go on, Toon.
Well, it is.
Header from Botman.
It is Obviously, packed out St James Park, and we look to what if you want a fast start? Who do you want to see as key players? In this, do you want to see? Do you want to see Bruno working well? Do you want to see the wingers working well? Do you want to see
I,
this? What I
I
mean, you want
don't.
everybody, but
You
who
want
do
to
you
see
think?
people working well, but for me, I
Who
want to
would?
be seeing. I want to be seeing Bruno and Joe Linton
Yes,
being able to keep a hold of the ball and actually, yes,
good clearance from Miley just to play it up the
good
midfield.
straightforward passing upfield to a player,
Yeah,
not just into the space all the time.
Miley
And
covering
hoping.
Doku really well there. I think Doku might not have been able to keep that in. He probably would have been able to with his pace, but Miley did good there. It comfortable really for anybody, but throw in to Newcastle. Miley plays it to Bruno, who rolls it. It's back to Haaland now. Ref doesn't give a shove. It was quite light for Haaland, to be fair. He's a machine. He should be going down for heavier shoves than that, really. He is a beast, and I feel like if anything, he would be the goal scorer for City here. He is an absolute machine, and I think he's loving life in the Premier League and loving life really as a footballer. I mean, he's just having fun, really, isn't he? Scoring goals, but I mean,
Yeah, but he's not. He isn't anywhere near as forward on the goals compared to what he has been the last couple of
yeah,
seasons.
I think the first 2 seasons he was really
He's-
at it,
yeah.
but I think I don't know what it is. Maybe
Problem
less
is, I don't want to say
deliverance.
too much because this could be the game where he
Yeah.
goes and gets a hat trick.
Flip
So that's
from
the foul.
yeah, okay. I think maybe losing players like KDB and maybe even some other players sort of dropping off on form. Rodri was a Ballon d'Or winner, and now he's sort of not really playing much. That was a poor ball over the top from, I think, was it Hall?
It was Lewis Hall trying to play it over the top, and it just got cut
Yeah.
out by Ake.
Yeah.
And we're pretty much just letting Man City have the ball.
Yeah, I think when we've won the ball, we've sort of been it's been with our back line, really. We haven't really been able to play it further up. Ramsey does well, puts under some pressure, but he can't quite get. That's not a foul, ref. Okay. Ramsey does good pressure onto Bernardo
Ramsey's just
Silva.
Given the foul back that he just got off him, I think that was a bit of a,
It was good. It was good pressure from Ramsey, and he didn't quite get the ball off Bernardo Silva, but it was good enough pressure, which is what we like to see. Just pressure from players in all aspects of the pitch. Not just if it's on the goalkeeper or on the back line. We want to be pressing them constantly, not giving them a space to breathe. And Gordon just did that there. Paul takes the menu sort of into the middle, and Gordon comes running through, intercepts the ball, but we've given it away again, and that's poor. I think was that ball played through from Botman? Was it?
Botman. This thing is, if you're putting pressure on, and you're putting constant pressure on, try and get them to have to play round you.
Yeah.
If they play round you and score and beat you, but you've shown that you're trying to put the pressure on and stop them from doing it, and they still, then you just have to go, well, the better team are on top.
Yeah.
But at the minute, we're only 3 minutes in, and both teams are not really holding the ball.
Yeah, no, they sort of play it from their back line, and then they sort of lose it quite quickly. But with Hall now, plays it to Bruno. It's right pretty much near our goal. Bruno plays it out wide to Joe Linton. Can cut it inside for Joe Gordon, who does quite get the ball. Played to Murphy, who's all the way across. Visser's there. Visser can score, surely. Oh, he's missed
put
it.
Over.
I think the offside flag was up anyway.
It hadn't gone up.
It was the linesman. I think
that was
that goal kick.
So Visser's put one over the bar.
He did that in the last game.
We might just be able to see.
Was he on right? Ball to Murphy. He's
onside.
He's
onside with that one.
Onside.
He's onside.
He is onside.
He's onside. Yeah, he would have been onside. And he's gone and put it over the bar.
Wow. The first touch is good, but I think the finish.
He's gone to lift it
over the defender and then over the keeper as well.
Really did well.
He's covered that position
stayed
well.
upright, and he's made him have to go over him. And to be fair, he's lifted it too high. But it was a lovely, lovely ball from Gordon. Well played by Joe Linton to keep the move moving on
Yeah.
on that. At the
Even
start.
under the pressure. Well, I don't
Yeah.
know where Murphy is at the minute, but we're playing it around the back. Yeah, we tried to play it round that right hand side, but we had to play it back. I don't know where Murphy was in that movement. I still can't see him. There he is. He's sort of in a striker role at the minute. Lost out from Joe Linton. He feels that there was a bit of a foul. Foden plays it on the right to Semenyo. Just a bit of pressure from Gordon, Hall, and Joe Linton. Played through to the middle. Foden back out to the right to Mateus Nunes. It's all the way back to City's back line now. Bit of pressure, not fully committing into going into them. You know, we're sort of trying to force them to make the play, but we're not trying to leave our post really.
I like how they with Semenyo and Doku at the moment they're trying to get two players out to both of them, which it is
helps
good.
let them. You know, if they can't do it, they can get rid of the ball quick enough instead of holding on to it and not being able to find the angle. If it's not worked, you can give it back, which is what we need to really do at times, you know, with Murphy or with Gordon. Murphy's lost that there. Chow just well to get a foot in there. Doku does play it back. Ake doesn't quite get a foot on it, so it is sort of slowed the momentum down a little bit for City there. Still solid backline by Newcastle. Gordon marking Semenyo. Semenyo goes centrally, plays it back to Mateus. Oh no, it's not Mateus. I don't know who that is, unfortunately. Can't read the numbers. City, though, just sort of playing it around, switching sort of sides and whatnot. Miley now against Doku. He's holding him up really well. Doku just gets past, plays it in, cleared away, I think, by Chow, yeah. And it's a throw in to City on the far left side.
City's just, at the minute, just look as though they're ready to go up another gear.
Yeah. I mean, that one break from us was
brilliant. Great break. Absolutely brilliant.
Saw the gap and everything, but the finish, I think Visser should obviously be doing better, but I think what he was trying to do was a good idea. You just try and lift it over the defender's leg while also getting it past the keeper. Oh, played in, cut round. Oh,
still flew across the box.
Flew across the front of the goal, yeah.
Foden missed. Everybody missed it.
Gordon managed to clear it out for a throw in on the other side now, but it was a good ball. It took a deflection off Pope.
He did well to get the block, but
I don't know who it was who took the no, Bernardo Silva. Bernardo Silva with the cross in, and it literally, like, Pope gets a deflection, but it's bobbling right in front of goal. If Haaland just connected to that,
any touch, Haaland,
any
touch,
going in. Yeah, any kind of touch
going in.
Just an open goal, and he's not even like 3 steps out from goal. You know, we've won a throw in.
Yeah, we could do with a couple of minutes here. Just
a couple of minutes, just sort of switching the momentum, let us have sort of dominance on the ball. Ball played over, Visser, offside flag raised somehow. That's happened a lot as well with Murphy and a lot of players, that the offside flag, we've been caught offside quite a lot, haven't we? But I would say more Murphy, because was it the Leeds game where he was caught offside quite a lot?
Oh, hell of a long time. I wouldn't like to think how many times he kept getting caught offside. And for a winger, it's cardinal sin. Why? You know, I used to play a wing, and that was the one thing our manager said. I do not expect a winger to get caught offside. No. Because you're meant to be looking along the line all the time.
Fair enough if it's a tight one or whatever, with the momentum of the ball, but there's times where he's offside and it's clear and obvious. Yeah. Oh, Doku's ball from Murphy there. Murphy does get the ball. He plays it awkwardly to Ramsey, who does play it back to Chow, who clears it. Just a bit of an awkward scramble, awkward touches there, but City regain it. Murphy does well there, but then he sort of awkwardly holds onto it. I think that when he wins that back, he's got to just slice it onto the other side of the pitch. Pressure though from Visser. Back to Trafford now, Man City goalkeeper. He plays it long and to nobody. It's going to go back to Nick Pope. He's going to keep it on his feet. So that most likely means he's going to kick this, which is not great. Oh no, it's gone short. Botman played it to Hall. Hall rolls this to Gordon, who tries to flick it behind him because there's pressure from Mateus Nunes.
Oh, Oh, it's a throw
Throw
in
in.
to Newcastle. What was he
Kushanoff.
doing?
What did Kushanoff do there? Wow. We tried to sign him about maybe
I'm
a year
glad
or
we
so
didn't with a
ago.
move like that.
No,
I don't know what he's doing.
in his first game or so, he really struggled, but then
Yeah.
he did
He's
fit
come
in.
into it, I will be fair, but he's just
Yeah.
not. When you've got the likes of some of the players there, he's.
Yeah. So have we messed up that throw in now? Yeah, we have. So it's now City with the throw in. It seems to be a bit of a struggle at the minute, really, on what we should be doing at this time. You know, we're not really doing well on our throw-ins. We're not really doing well at playing it forward. If I'm completely honest, we sort of struggled. City break here, just past the halfway line. At the halfway line, right in the middle now, with their back line sort of moving high forward. So it would be a good opportunity to get a counter attack here if we get the ball back. But City still have it with Ake looking to play it across to the right. He doesn't. He plays it back. It is going towards the right-hand side with Kusanov. Now with Semenyo on that right side. Gordon's really doing the main work as the higher-up defender, and Paul staying in the box if it's, run through. Semenyo again cuts in. Sort of hesitant. Gordon's doing well to sort of stop him, making him have to change. O'Reilly's the number 33, I have to remember that. Ball played in over the top by City. It's deflected, I think, off Gordon for a corner, so corner to City.
Yeah, I think he thought Semenyo was making the run and he didn't. But
Yeah.
he did the right thing. He's got it out.
Yeah. And he's doing well, to be fair, Gordon, in that position. He's just holding up Semenyo, sort of not fully committing, and then losing him. He's doing well. He hasn't won the ball off him, but he's making Semenyo have to do other options here. Corner, and it's going to be a bit of an awkward one, probably. Foden swings this in quite well. It goes away from Miley.
Good header
Gordon
out.
applying pressure to Kushanoff. Oh, good touch from whoever, the number 4 from Foden, and he still holds it. Oh, intercepted by Visser. Played on the left by Ake. Doku has to run all the way near to the corner flag. Oh, nearly swings it in. He does now swing it in. Chow dinks this up high in the air. Foul on Gordon. I think it is by Haaland. Is it Gordon? Yeah. Can't quite tell with that hair. Who does he look like?
Well,
he looks like a 60s.
It's a bit of a Buffon, in haircut, not as in the goalkeeper.
It is. People have always been doing the jokes about him cutting the hair, and it's like, I don't understand it. I mean, it is just a bit weird, he has it different, like how he has it sort of done up in a way. It's kind of been like Haaland at times. Good from Botman to keep that in. He does sort of get a bit of a shoulder, and he sort of falls down, but he wins the goal kick for us, which is the main thing. Pep Guardiola, 4-time League Cup winner with Man City. No manager has won more. Is that for Man City or in general for the cup?
Man City.
Okay.
Because of nobody else.
Yeah, but who's won the cup more
you
times?
Think about
Fergie,
probably.
yeah. Well, Chow headers it back. Botman looking to play it on the left to Hall. We have the ball, but we're slowly just sort of going backwards with it. Played up through by Botman, and it's done. You get the idea. Oh, there we go. Bruno recovers as well. Joe Linton has this now. Can play it to the left to Gordon. There is quite good pressure from O'Reilly, to be fair. He has done really well to put pressure on our midfield. Gordon has this now. Cuts in. Does well. Plays it over. Joe Linton tries
to dink a
Yeah.
header across.
Good idea.
Good bit of play.
But if I'm being completely honest, that O'Reilly is putting pressure on players at times and getting back quite quickly to defend, if I'm completely honest. And I think that's going to be sort of a struggle breaking forward. It's getting past their midfield or their defensive line. It's quite good at times. Goal kick to be taken by Trafford here. He's hesitant, plays it up. It's not as high as he's had before. Intercepted by Gordon really well. Oh, he tries to do a flip back. Botman does really well there. That was poor from Gordon. And that was poor from Chow as well. Murphy now can maybe swing one in. He does. It's deflected. It's a corner. Yeah.
That's a good bit of play
Good
there.
bit of play there. Gordon was really lucky. Botman was
lucky.
aware.
He won it nicely in midfield,
Yeah.
but then he never had full control.
He should
of it.
never really. Yeah, he played an awkward side foot to Botman. It was a good idea. It just didn't have enough power because he didn't have full control of the ball.
Yeah.
And Haaland nearly snatches it, but Botman was aware. And Chow also plays the ball forward, which could have been easily intercepted, but we were sort of lucky there. Corner now. We want a goal here. We want a goal. Get ourselves ahead. We've got some players who are capable of scoring headers. Joelinton, Botman, Chow. Bruno. Played in, punched away by Trafford. Bruno does recover the ball. There's a bit of pressure from it is Dockery's on this side now. Bruno also still has it now. He cuts into the middle. Doesn't win a free kick, unfortunately. Instead of calling for the ref to call it, we just have to get back. Joelinton does well, slows it down, played through by City, but it's straight to Nick Pope. And Pope throws it wide to Murphy, who's acting as right back for a second. He plays further forward, plays a brilliant ball through to Vista, but the touch is awkward. Yeah, it's a great idea from Murphy. It's a good ball, but I think Vista was maybe just a bit too ahead of it, if I'm completely honest. But he had to be because he was in between two defenders. So it's again a good idea, and that's what we want though. When Murphy's staying high up, he can ping the ball in. I hate saying the name, but he did it for Isaac.
Oh yeah.
Bit awkward there. Joelinton could win it. He doesn't.
Oh,
And he
come
gives the
on.
foul. Come on, referee. Foden.
Well,
Don't give a booking here. Ref.
Little pigeon foot.
Yeah. He wins the ball.
He has gone over the ball a little bit. But
he wins the ball, really. Go. Let's look at this again. He gets the ball first.
He caught the ball and then his foot followed
you
through.
You can say that, yes, maybe it's going to be sore.
He's going to have a sore. He'll have a bruise.
Yeah.
Could be worse.
Pep's
a bit animated, but then that's Pep, isn't it?
Yeah, Pep's always animated to whoever he's talking to, really. You can't actually tell whether he's angry or he's just, that's how he talks. Murphy, good pressure.
Well played.
He does give a ball. Might have maybe pulled something, but he's jogging.
I wonder whether he kicked the bottom of the other player's foot by the looks of it.
Throw into City, but it was good pressure from Murphy. And I know I say I don't like him staying further back, but he can do decent, defending and putting pressure on. But I think further up the pitch, really. Ake to take this throw in here. And being a bit hesitant because we've got players around. Throws it. Couldn't be intercepted by Chow, but Miley, but it's blocked by Chow, and it's a throw in just a bit further up. Ake to take this again. And,
you remember it was a week or so ago them talk about possibly Newcastle looking at signing Ake?
I hadn't heard that, and I mean I think he's all right, Ake.
Yeah.
But I feel like I think Eddie Howe knows him because
he's in a strong team where he's going to struggle. He struggles to get game time.
I think though,
and I think City have got a few injuries.
He used to be at Bournemouth as well.
He did, yeah.
So you never know. Eddie knows him. To be fair, I just feel like yes, it would be good to put him on, but it's another one of those players that would want to play more games. And I know we have an injury crisis, but Charles going to want to play all the games. Cher's going to want to play all the games. Botman's going to want to play the games. Burn is. You really want someone who's a backup, who's sort of maybe young or willing to maybe not play all the games really. Although you want someone who's quite experienced, but then how are you going to really balance it out? But you could go maybe you sort of do it. Although you love Burn and Cher, you slowly shift them out because they're getting older. Same with Trippier and what's happening with Tino and everything. Really good from Joelinton there. Vista headed it down. Awkward touch really from Joelinton because it's bouncing, but good pressure overall from Newcastle. And they're just slipping it through, but Ramsey does really well to snatch that from Haaland.
He did well there. He saw the play.
And that's what I like from Ramsey. He did that not in the Leeds game, but I think it was against Fulham in the last round. He just applied, him and Willock were applying so much pressure and getting themselves in front of the players to win the ball. And this is what Joelinton's also trying to do as well, and he's doing it quite well. I think it's
Oh,
just
well
also the
played.
recovery afterwards. Awkward from Gordon
Oh,
there.
that's all right. We still got the throw in.
I think it's more once we get the ball, it's the recovery to sort of control it, but also disperse of it because we're under pressure immediately as well.
Well, the City are trying to put us under pressure when we've got the ball.
Jolinton has it, holds it nice. Hall now can't
This
really
is the bit
shift
where
it.
when you've got nobody going anywhere, you've got no room.
No.
And to be fair, that wasn't really a foul.
No, not really. Hall, I mean, had his arms up already.
Take it.
And then
Don't get
fell.
me wrong,
Yeah.
but it's not. It wasn't.
Hall
really
had his
a
hands
foul.
up in the air, saying, "Oh, but he's shoving me," and then he just went down, and that's when the ref blew.
No, Hall had nowhere to go because there was no movement.
But it shouldn't really be a foul, if I'm completely honest. Good turn from Ramsey, and he does play it well to Chow.
Played, Marley.
Chow did well. Miley now plays a brilliant ball to Murphy. Murphy can play this over the cross.
Right over the top.
It's defenders are there, and it's good from Hall has this now. Keeps running, and it's just cleared by the defenders.
Got on it.
Haaland now has this.
Trying to hold it up.
Doku under pressure from Miley. Miley does all right to hold him up. Yes, he has done really well.
Given the players.
Bernardo Silva has this now. Foden is sort of playing like a cam, isn't he? Wow. It's really just
fast. It is a quick tempo. But
from both
neither team are really holding it onto the ball for long enough.
Yeah.
I suppose you'd just say City are just doing better.
Yeah. When they get the ball, when they win the ball from us, they manage to hold and play it out a bit quicker. Yeah. But then they don't really tend to do that when they're further up the pitch. They try and just play it too quickly. We do it where we play it slow and steady at the back, but then when we play it forward, we're too quick with it. So it's basically kind of like we're doing the same thing, but sort of opposite sides. Hall does really well.
That's
a foul
there. A foul.
That's from Semenyo.
I'm surprised that wasn't a yellow. That could have warranted a yellow. He was gone. He was away from him.
Yeah, but do you think he might have been winning the ball here?
He's had a nibble at him there, missed him, and he just took him out there. That's a yellow card.
I don't think he even touches him.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
That's a yellow card.
Yeah, I didn't see it from that angle, but yeah, you
should have been a yellow card.
Ref's now telling somebody to move away. It might be the City player just sort of blocking our free kick at the minute. Hall just past the halfway line, wins the free kick, so he's going to take it quite well, and we sort of are in line with the City defence, who are quite high up. Swung in short, tries to beat Mateus Nunes. It is at the corner flag, basically. That's never a foul, man.
Yeah, but he's just going to wait till he feels Gordon behind him and just drop himself on the floor.
It was a good idea, but it wasn't really the best execution from Hall anyway. You see Barnes warming up.
No, there's either a problem with Murphy when he got a knock on his foot earlier.
Well, no, but then he made another good pass over the front again. Pope on the floor. That's not good. I don't know whether he was scratching his knee there or it's something with his knee. He just scratched it just for a slight second. Oh no, it's his knee.
Holding his knee.
I think he's saying he's pinched it or something with what he's doing there. It might be another tactic to just sort of get the players, because you've had about 4 Newcastle players just talking to Eddie Howe there now.
Yeah.
It could be a tactic, or it could genuinely be that maybe Pope has done something. I don't know whether Nick Pope has had an injury with his knee before. I know he has had one in his finger and his shoulder before, but I don't remember a knee. I'm pretty sure he'd broken his finger once, so that means he couldn't really play in goal. Well, you wouldn't really expect any goalkeeper to play with a broken finger, for God's sake. But I remember also his shoulder.
There'll be plenty that has, because they're not,
they'll just wrap it quite thick and everything, yeah. And more, instead of fingers, you have to hope for a palm. He's up there now, so it might have just been to sort of slow down a bit and maybe get some tactics said. Gordon adjusting the tongue of his boot to be flat.
He's doing his shoe, his boot laces up.
Who was that England player that used to wrap the thing at the bottom of his boot? The laces would go under his boot.
I used to do.
wasn't it not Hurst or something? No.
Yeah.
Was it
One of the-
maybe?
yeah.
Or
But
Bobby Charlton?
Bobby Charlton did it for a lot.
They wrapped it sort of at the bottom of the foot.
You do a half knot on the top, go round, and then tighten it again.
Yeah, but
Mm.
underneath, so it's basically sort of in between the studs or whatever.
Yeah. I used to go underneath, wrap it around my foot.
Yeah. Well, goal kick from Trafford here. Bit of pressure on
tried to
from
hold
Chow.
it, but it wasn't
Ramsey
happening.
plays an awkward ball, but Murphy still has it. He's running through now. Plays a good ball out up to the right to Ramsey now, so he can sort of recover and breathe a little bit. It's to Chow, who rolls it to Botman, who's going to probably roll it to Hall. Yes, he does. A bit of pressure from Semenyo making a run, but we do win a throw-in, which is not really it's not the end of the world, but it allows them to sort of bring themselves a bit more forward.
25 minutes, nearly 26 minutes played, 0-0.
Yeah.
City, I would say, are just
edging
it. But the two best chances have been for Newcastle.
Yeah, if I'm completely honest. And that was awkward. I think it was deflected, really, from City player. Oh, Ramsey does well. Gordon has this now. Rolls it to Ramsey. Ramsey, can he play a ball to... Oh, he does! Murphy's there. Wissa gets himself back on side. Played over to the top. Wissa has this awkward control.
Corner. He's offside.
Offside. I thought he got himself back onside.
Yeah, well, I thought he did.
Or was it from Murphy? Oh, it's this long chin motherfucker again. Here we go. Was Murphy? Oh,
Murphy,
maybe. But he
it was tight if Visser was offside.
It was very, very tight.
But it would have been a corner if not.
Yeah. Very tight, to be fair. But again, Murphy, good from Ramsey. He recovers it and then lets Murphy get that open space and sets him off. And again, it was a bit awkward because of the position and the defenders there. But it's a good ball again over the top from Murphy. It just, you didn't want to do it too close to the keeper because then he rushes out. But then you also you have to have it far enough so it doesn't get intercepted by a defender. So you can see why it was sort of an awkward touch from Visser. But, yeah, Cherky, just asking where some of the support is for him. He does play it out. Botman can intercept this from Semenyo and does really well there.
Played.
And it is.
And we won
we won the throw-in as well from that, which is great. So, did we win the throw-in from this?
Yeah. Yeah, we've got the throw-in.
Have we?
Oh,
I don't think we did. I think it. Oh no, we have.
Yeah.
Wow. Fair enough. I didn't quite see it take a nick off Semenyo from that angle, but we have it. Good from Botman. Bruno plays it back out. Chow now rolls this in between, and I think he was waiting for Murphy to be on that right wing, but he sort of
was one or the other there. It wasn't right to one or the other.
It was going to be to the right wing, but also it was sort of near the striker bit. You know, Murphy has sort of cut in a little bit, sort of what Gordon has done at times, where he comes in a bit and sits sort of side by side with the striker, so it sort of changes a bit, which I get you can probably understand why they do it. So, good interception, I think, from Miley. Bruno has it, looking for someone to be on that right wing, but Murphy is not there. He's, for some reason, playing like a CDM at the minute. Bernardo Silva now bursting forward. Jolin just managed to block that, being intercepted. That's a foul from Doku, and we have a free kick. Oh, we've taken it quick, and that's a foul. And the ref does give a foul there. I don't know if it's on Bruno or anything. Foden's telling Bruno to get up, but that Bruno has every right to play it quickly once he stops the ball from spinning, and he's just completely cut out. Joe Linton, plays this. And I'm sorry, O'Reilly there. He's not allowed anywhere.
Just blocked it.
Yeah, he's just blocked him.
So why are we not looking at a card in those situations? Bruno, there's no good you putting in it saying he's elbowed. He didn't elbow you.
No, he
shoved his
arse into your chest
and basically shoved himself in the way.
Yeah, we need to be careful with how many times refs just fling out cards for dissent or calling for a booking. But it was a free kick. Ref gave it, to be fair, so we can't complain. But I don't understand why Foden's making it seem like Bruno dived or whatnot. He had no area to get through there, so it was a bit of a poor ball. So Trafford now has it in goal. not really much
not
pressure.
really doing
Really.
it.
I think we're just sort
Both
of waiting.
teams are sitting
yeah.
waiting for somebody to
Vista
make a
does
move.
apply a bit of yes, because if we do that, he's going to roll it, which he
Yeah.
has done. What now? Oh, Joelinton looking to have a bit of a scrap with O'Reilly. I don't know who O'Reilly thinks he is, if I'm completely honest. I don't know why he's deciding to just have a go. I mean, Joelinton does cause some stuff to happen, but, well, no, he gets involved, but he doesn't really cause it, if I'm completely honest. Joelinton's saying something about pointing to his ear. I don't know what that means, whether he said something or his neck. Joelinton and O'Reilly have both received a yellow. What happened here? Joelinton's just sort of getting in front of O'Reilly. He's not actually really done anything wrong. O'Reilly punch. That's a fucking. That's a red. I'm
card.
sorry. He punched. Where is VAR in that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. O'Reilly fucking tries to punch Joelinton there.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Fair enough. Joelinton's got his hands on him a few times, just sort of
So
go a little
again,
bit
you
of like
see, he
shove.
gives the yellow card. Why?
I'm sorry. What?
You can't
Joelinton
raise your
did-
hands at all.
No, I don't understand what Joelinton was really doing. Like, yes, he sort of did a bit of pushes, but that's because he probably thinks that he's gonna, get the ball. And then instead of from going like that, just sort of pushing, and he's not even like holding on to him. He just sort of pushes, and then O'Reilly just goes for like trying to throw a punch at Joelinton. Makes no sense. He just lost his cool there, O'Reilly. I don't know why, but VAR should have looked at that and gone, "Hang on a minute." That makes no sense.
Well, I'm not. Well, a punch is a bit harsh, but just to be shoving your hand out and slapping somebody around the ear,
Yeah,
it's detriment. It's detriment to being a punch in that respect.
do you remember
could say it
last
was, but even
season
so,
in the first game, Fabian Schär sort of like
Yeah.
when players sort of put their heads against each other.
Yeah.
Schär
And he
got sent off
got sent off for less
for
than
that, and he didn't
Yeah.
even really bang his head. He just sort of put his head up against the
Yeah.
other player's head, who got up in his face. So he's retaliating. I don't understand that. I really don't understand. It's just more the inconsistency. You've seen that plenty of times where players get booked for it, or sent off for it, and then other times you don't. I've seen it in multiple games. It's the fact that it just not even bothered to look at that. Played on the right here, but it's cut in really well from Semenyo, but it's just good from Botman and Gordon just cut that in, and Hall now has it. Can twist and turn. He does so really well. I think
That's a foul.
Yeah. It's a foul, but I think he was maybe looking for Gordon to make a run there. They're asking for a booking again from O'Reilly, if completely honest. No,
It was
that's
more Silva
Bernardo
that
Silva
actually made the
actually, yeah.
challenge.
It was more Bernardo Silva. I don't know what they were calling for. I don't even think it's really a yellow, if I'm completely honest. He doesn't catch. Well,
It's
he
a
catches
foul.
him, but
We'll take it as a foul. but
yeah,
it's the
I don't
fact that-
think it's another booking or a booking. I don't even know if Bernardo Silva's on a booking. Played over the top. Vista scissors that to the left, but Gordon didn't have
He was
it.
trying to get it to Gordon.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward. Joelinton.
Well, Joelinton's going to have to be on his best behaviour till half time.
Yeah. Bruno just applying a bit of pressure there. I think maybe that was sort of a tactic. Maybe get Joelinton on a booking, maybe
Yeah.
to make change, because it's happened. Bruno does well, stops Haaland from getting it. Murphy plays that back to Miley. Miley through the middle to Bruno. Bruno plays that to Ramsey. Ramsey just holding it up well, waiting for Murphy to make a run. Still kept him well, I think. I don't know who that's by.
He's won it back
Ramsey
nicely.
wins a throw in. I think
Yeah.
Ramsey's just waiting for the moment where Murphy makes that run. But he's not quite done it
but
yet.
he's looking to find him again, which
Yeah.
is good.
And to be fair, Murphy was there at times, but I think Murphy's just got to realise at times when the ball is in the midfield or when we have it, that's when he has to
He
go
needs to
back
get
to
down
make
that
that
wing,
run.
get it down the wing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I get fair enough. Sit back there to be
So
in
we got-
support and whatnot.
Yeah, I think that.
Two shots.
I
Zero
think
on
it's
target.
right that City haven't had a shot on a shot on target.
No.
It's 62% of the play. It's probably a fair
Yeah.
assumption. Although I think we are in the last couple of minutes just
Yeah.
coming back into it a little bit.
Well,
We're certainly getting the crowd
Trafford
back into
with
the game.
a boot straight up, and it's towards Haaland, but Hall does well to intercept this. He still has it, twists and turns, does really well. Bruno recovers it for him. Bruno plays out to Ramsey. There's plenty of space now for Murphy. Murphy has it. There's a very solid back line for City, so we can't really slice one through here. Murphy continues to run, plays one over the top, and it's caught by Trafford.
It was a bit too close.
It was too close.
But another good build-up there.
City had a good back line there, so it was really awkward. Yeah. But I think Vista was calling for something there, whether they were holding it too long. Yeah. Refs don't really care about that. To be fair. I mean, we've held it for so long. They've never really done it.
Ramsey,
Ramsey can play it on the right to Murphy here. Murphy has to cut in, do some awkward movement. I get what the idea, but now Murphy's just going to constantly try and do that now. Keep it at his feet and try and play it in. I think he's just got to stay far out and just cross it in or cut it back. I don't think he should be trying to make runs in, Murphy, if I'm completely honest. It's such an awkward angle, and City have that solid back line, and they're staying compact. It's going to be awkward. If you lose it, it's just an awkward position. Bruno with a fantastic ball to Murphy. Oh, my God. Murphy controls it well, plays it back to Miley. Miley to Bruno. Murphy does try and make a run, but Bruno now in the middle to Hall. Ooh, took a bit of a deflection, but Chow still has it. Miley now. Back to Chow. Chow to Botman. We're just sort of playing it further and further back to have a little bit of pressure on us. Through the middle, Jolinton does manage to keep it. To Gordon. That's on the left now. Gordon does take on his man O'Reilly. And that's a foul. That's a foul. That could be a yellow card. That could be a yellow, and he could be sent off. This O'Reilly, no?
No.
Is it not O'Reilly?
Nunes, I think.
Oh, Mateus Nunes. They look similar, to be fair. Mateus Nunes sort of just. I think he's more saying like offering a helping hand up. I don't think he can play.
Yeah, no, I think he knows he's fouled.
He knows he's fouled him, and I think. I think for the tackle, it's good from Gordon. He takes on his man, and I think Mateus Nunes knew that because he was ahead of him, his next touch would be to cut in front of him.
Yeah, when he was gone, once he passed him, that was him all the way.
Yeah, because I think his next touch was to cut in front of him, which basically meant if he did commit to that challenge, it would have been through him, and that would have been a red. Yeah. So he had to do it at that moment, really, or potentially risk basically losing him and Gordon set off.
Yeah.
Bruno, take a free kick here. We've got players in there.
Get somebody like Chow on the end of this would be nice.
Going to be swung in by Bruno. Awkward bounce there, and it's going to be.
Man, he's lucky to get a corner.
I think he tries to swing that towards goal, but very low. I don't know why. He keeps doing that for corners, especially. Tries to sneak it.
He's almost trying to get too much whip on it, and it's not.
Yeah. Or I think he's trying to do it towards goal, so then they have to try and clear it, or. It's in an awkward position for really if anybody has it. Well, it's a corner now. Going to be swung in by Bruno. Punched away. Gordon has it. Awkward touch, and then it's booted away, I think, by Mateus Nunes. Hall with a very awkward touch, and now Doku. Doku also has a bit of an awkward touch, but he controls it well with his head. Gordon manages to do well to play it back to Hall. Now Gordon playing as the right back because he had to come back and cover. Plays it to Pope, boots it up, and it's going to be to Miley. No, Miley does well. Jolinton recovers it. Jolinton plays it to Murphy. There's not really many players there, so Murphy holds on to it. Wins us a throw in. It was good from Gordon there. He just got back and covered that position well. It was awkward, really. Well, to be fair, Doku did really well. He was controlling it, bubbling up with his head because he knew he couldn't really. It would be too slow to control it down with his chest. But it was good there. Ball through the middle. Wow, really good. Vista can maybe go here. He can play Gordon through. That's too much.
Gordon's quick, but he ain't that quick.
He ain't that quick. Yeah, Vista, that was a poor ball from Vista. Yeah. Really poor. I thought for a second he should have really turned and played it to the right, but then there was that opportunity on the left, but he just skewed that. Trafford boots this up now. It's too high for Semenyo. Botman does well. Hall has it under a bit of pressure here. Rolls it in, but
that was unlucky. But it is a foul. He's drawn the foul.
I think it's just a pull back on shirts, really. Hall has done really well, but I think at times he needs someone in support with him for moments like that. Because how many times is the ref going to give a foul on something, There could be a moment where Hall does well and he just unfortunately loses it, and then that's in an awkward position. He needs someone to pass it to in order to, have less pressure on himself, but he's doing really comfortable holding on to the ball. Another free kick here, sort of similar to the previous one. It's just past the halfway line. Oh no, before it even. Hall boots this up quite high. It's going to go straight to Trafford. Very poor.
Trafford's kicked it up quickly, trying to see if he can get Doku on a run.
Hall
Hall
just really well
stands him
covers
up.
it. Really
Absolutely
well.
lovely. Covers.
Hall holds onto it, plays it off the right to Miley. Miley rolls it to Ramsey. Ramsey to Chow. Chow back to Miley. It was really good recovery from Hall there. Poor free kick, really, but he recovered it well, and he's done good defensively, Hall. Bruno now, just at the halfway line. Cuts it back to Botman. Botman now tries to play it through. Oh, it's an awkward bounce and curve. Means Chow just managed to recover it, but then he plays a weird
Miley gives that one away, I'm afraid.
Yeah. And Foden coming through here. Joe Linton and Hall applying a bit of pressure, but he managed to sneak a ball through to O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Ake to Foden. Foden seems to come back further and further more defensively, doesn't he? He seems to be quite all over the midfield, if I'm honest. I think that's McAtee. I think the number 20. Am I right in saying that? McAtee?
I didn't really.
Oh no, that's Bernardo Silva.
Bernardo
Silva.
Silva.
I couldn't see the facial hair, so I was like, "What? Who the hell's that?" Well, Semenyo now on the right side. The City are doing what they did within the first 10 minutes or so, which was they had it and they just played it round their back line, quite high up in our half. Doku's waving his hands, saying, "Look, I'm so far out, and there's plenty of space. If you play a ball over the top, I can put pressure on." But they're not doing that. City. Foden has it. He spotted Doku, I think. Ake has it. Ake plays a ball over the top, headed up by Botman, and then headed away. Ramsey now has it. Plays a ball to Murphy. Murphy now on making a run. Visser is there, but there's 3 players in front of him, and Doku does well to recover that. It was a bit of an awkward one there. Murphy couldn't really play it to Visser because City just had their players ready, and you would probably hoping maybe for a Gordon or somebody on the left side to sort of switch up play and force them to draw themselves to the left side more.
Yeah. Well, we're in the 42nd minute.
We've got 3 minutes of normal time plus added. I doubt there's going to be much added time. It's really been everybody, everyone having a go, really. It's been with the defence for City, then the defence with us, midfield for us, midfield for City. It's poor ball from Hall, if I'm completely honest. Ake under pressure from Murphy here, though. Offside flag raised so late. He can't call for an offside when he never touched the ball.
Yeah, exactly.
He played it to the goalkeeper. Why? What's the point in that? I'm sorry. They touched the ball.
Absolutely no point. If the forward player or the attacking player does not touch the ball,
Semenyo makes a good run, cuts it over the top, and it's
offside.
Out. Miley slices it out. It's probably going to be kept in. It is quite well from Bernardo Silva, to be fair. Or was that Cherky? I think it was Cherky. I don't know. To be fair, it's so hard. I can't really see the numbers at times.
The fact that they communicate, they've got
really well.
they're able to communicate with each other, the referees and the linesmen.
Yeah.
Why can the linesman not just say offside, Newcastle forward, but not interfering with play?
Yeah.
Play advantage.
Yeah.
And then they just carry on.
If Newcastle
snatch it, then you go, well, I'm sorry, mate, you would have been offside.
But they had the ball, so there was no need for them to have the ball. They can play it quickly back to that spot, and then they can take that free kick. And then now you've got our players in an awkward position.
You actually find the play will be faster and keep going if they stop just playing that stupid 30 seconds later putting the flag up. When actually
there's no need. Murphy never got a touch, and to be fair, there was a bit of pressure on Ake, but he played it to the Trafford. Trafford had it, and there's no way Murphy was going to get to Trafford after being literally at the corner flag. Played in, Hall does well, chests it, tries to clear it away, but a corner for City in the 44th minute. He's doing really well. I think he's a bit frustrated with himself for that, but sort of covering well at the back, the number 4 there, I think it's Kushanov. Does sort of sprint in there a little bit, but it's not really anywhere near for him for a header. Murphy now just on the ground a bit. holding his
His
hamstring
hamstring. I think he's tight, a bit tight. in his
tight,
hamstring.
maybe. Yeah. Well, a bit of a delay, so this could be maybe a minute or two because Pope's been down and now Murphy. A few corners, so you could say maybe in 2-3 minutes. I wouldn't say a whole lot more than that. 1 minute, 1 minute, and Barnes is now getting his shirt on, so I think he's actually going to come on now. To be fair, or he might be coming on at the second half. You know, you've seen it players put their shirt on, but then they're told to put the bib back on. Changes at half time.
So, what do you think for changes? Do you think possibly what we could look for the?
I mean, this has done all right. He's not done the best, but he can't. With what he's had, he's done all right. I think he's made a few mistakes, but I think Baltimore would be the same situation. He's under such pressure. If it was him, I think he'd struggle as well at times.
It does look as though
he's actually going to bring Barnes on. Then. Yeah. Wow. Okay. It's a bit harsh, but I don't think he wants to.
I think you can't risk it if he's got a bit of a pull.
Yeah.
Take him off, and then to give him another run, and then finding he's actually going to,
Harvey Barnes comes on here now. Big cheer from St James Park. He's been a hero in the last 2 games
I think
for us. So.
Most people would have expected him to start after the way his performance.
Yeah. I wouldn't make any changes if I'm completely honest. Everybody's sort of done their roles really well. We just need to defend this corner. Just defend it till half time now. We're not going to be able to get anything there. It's going to be still about a minute because it took a minute and a half or so for Gordon.
I just think Paul is just doing immense at the minute. He's just been right back there and saved the cross from Doku.
Yeah. Just got to hold off this corner and we'll be at half time.
I think with having that enforced change with Murphy, I could see nothing changing now. I think he might just keep it and give it 10-15 minutes in the second half to see whether the Barnes change might
maybe make
give us something.
Oh, flicked around. Awkward turn by Akeni. Did it take another deflection?
Got a feeling it's a corner again.
Another corner. I thought he skied it over the bar, but it must have taken a nick.
That way, didn't it? It must have just caught. Yeah, Haaland's trying to do things in the penalty area when it comes to crosses. He's really trying to get to movement.
He's played a bit further,
and he's trying to draw all the players away.
Deflected off Hall, but back in. Foden takes a dink at it. Jonathan headers it away, and the half-time whistle goes. Not a bad performance so far, if I'm completely honest. There's maybe a moment from maybe Visser, or maybe a moment from maybe Murphy. That if you were just a bit quicker or could have been in that position, it would have maybe resulted into a better effort. But I can't complain. We've managed to. We're not losing, and we've put in a few efforts. So
well, you've got to turn around and say that Visser's early on was the half chance that he should have taken really, but. The keeper stood up well and really did make him have to play. And then again later on, you think when he had that other opportunity, he possibly could have squared it across to Ramsey, and he might have had a bit more of a chance. But hindsight to what he could have hit it and slotted it in the bottom corner,
Yeah.
So you just don't know. For me. Player of the half for me is Hall, Lewis Hall. I think
a lot of them. Hall, Miley.
I don't think he's passing hasn't been the best
today. I would agree. Hall, Hall, and I know maybe even
Ramsey's been playing
Ramsey, but that's what him and Willock in the last round against Fulham were really, really, really good.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I think. I could, I'd be happy enough. A goal would be nice.
Yeah.
But I'd be happy enough. We've looked solid enough at the back to be, for now, to say, well, listen, okay, don't worry.
Yeah.
And dare we say it, a draw isn't a bad result against City.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see what he does with Joe Linton, just because
Yeah.
the more the game goes on, the more, and especially when he starts to get a bit tired, he starts to get a bit raggedy, and he starts to fly in a bit, and you wouldn't want to see him get sent off. I think you would give him 15 minutes in the second half, and then maybe say, well, if things aren't altering and changing, we need to maybe take him off and bring somebody like Joe Linton on. Sorry, Tonali on.
Yeah. Yeah. PSG, Liverpool, City, Spurs, Villa, City again away.
Yeah.
That's just some of them. We've also then got Spurs, Brentford. So it ain't easy the next few away games, and with our away form, you know.
Have we got the PSG? PSV, is that
PSG.
at home?
PSG's away.
Yeah, but haven't we got the other one first?
I think they're like the
Isn't
next
there
game.
Isn't there Wolves and then PSV?
I'll have a look. I think we do, yeah. Wolves is at some point. NFC versus Wolves. Sunday, 18th of January, so this weekend.
Yeah. Yeah, but I guess it's be nice to get into the final again. To
Yeah.
do it 2 years in a row.
2 years in a row.
2 years in a row is a good. It's certainly a good forward step.
Yeah.
And it's 3 years in the bounce that we've got to the semi-final, isn't it?
Yeah. But you know that 3 and 4 because we got knocked out by Chelsea in the round of 16.
Yes, that's right.
2 years ago.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But to be fair, that was a close game. I think we lost it on penalties. Did we? Oh no, we were 1-1, and then Mudryk just showed us. What do you think? Maybe there should be something, maybe like a formation change, where maybe someone sort of fits in a bit of a different position. You know, maybe you have Joe Linton, maybe further up instead of Bruno, maybe, or do you go maybe you
The
sort of
problem
have
I think
Gordon maybe sit maybe. Who do you put Barnes on the right again, or do you put maybe Barnes on the left because that's where he's more prolific and
Well, I think you keep let him play in Murphy's role for the first 10, 15 minutes. If nothing's happening between the pair of them, between him and Gordon, I think then you could question and take Gordon off and put Barnes onto the left and bring somebody like, I suppose you could bring Willock on or somebody like that, or you could even put Bush. I guess you could almost, or even you could say, why not bring Trippier on, push Miley up into midfield, and then push Ramsey up onto the right, or you could even bring Elanga on, for the pace. That could be something to look into. Could look at, couldn't it? Yeah. I think it. My worry is that City, although they've got more possession, I still think that they're only in third or fourth gear. I haven't seen any urgency from them yet.
I think The only few times where they've actually looked dangerous, they've played maybe one ball in, but they've held the ball with their back line, and their back line's been high up in our half,
Yeah.
but they've sort of been hesitant and playing it round, and then they've only maybe taken one chance, and Barnes has stayed out warming up, which is fair enough. I mean, I get you probably would want him in the changing room just to sort of get the talk with Eddie, but I think he might have had that when he was warming up and everything, and I think he just wanted to get himself, stretched, warmed up, getting momentum, get a little bit of sweat going, so then he's ready for the second half. Um, yeah, I
What do you, slightly going off another tangent because it's half time and we've got a bit of time to kill.
yeah.
What do you think of the Man United situation with appointing Carrick as caretaker manager?
Caretaker, so he's not actually.
Well, I think they've appointed him as head coach, basically.
Everything is so messed up there at the minute, and I think you know, although we don't really like them, you got to kind of feel bad if you were a fan of them. You got to go, well, as a fan, you've got these owners who really don't care. You had Sir Jim Radcliffe come in, and he's not really actually made much of an impact, if I'm
No.
completely honest, for them. Players are not really happy with the situation they're in at times, and I think also with managers as well, they've gone through so many different managers and it's just not worked. And you've got to go, well, you've got to really look at the ownership at times,
Well,
because
yeah, but do you not? At what point do you turn around and say it's not the manager when you've gone through so many managers and the players aren't performing? When do you turn around and say it's either the players don't want to play,
yeah,
or does the managers, as in the multiple managers,
yeah.
not know what to do with that squad of players?
I think from what I've heard at times, you can get that players don't really seem to be in the mentality for it. But what I've heard so many times is, you know, the ownership tries to get too much involved in some of the stuff that it makes when we've had struggles behind the scenes, it can impact games and mentality at times.
Yeah, well,
And I
the
think
Mike
with
Ashley
stuff
thing
like
was
that
hard
as
for us
well,
for a
yeah,
long time. So I guess there is that. You've got to turn around and say that these things can happen. But
yeah.
I just think to myself,
I think there's a part where you got to go. Well, some of the players just don't care to put in enough effort.
Yeah.
They bought Ugarte from PSG for about 50-60 million, and I get maybe the manager's not fitted him well in, but there's times where, sometimes you can go, even if the manager's not put you into a decent role, you still shouldn't be playing really bad.
Yeah.
You're a professional footballer, you shouldn't be making some simple mistakes. But he has made some simple mistakes, regardless of what the tactic was of him or where he was played. And I just think at times maybe, the wrong signing's been made, or there's just something that it can't. You go, well, if you say the players aren't really mentally up for it, you go, well, that's fair enough. But it's so many players over the last few years. You've got to go, well, there's a cause for it. So then you've got to look, well, then what could be the cause? You go, the manager. Well, the managers. There's been so many different managers, and they've not had it work. And you've had managers who've been so successful with other clubs. Then you go, well, if the players, it's a coincidence, and something. If it's not a coincidence with the players, because it happens to all of them, it's got to be the managers. But then if it's happened to all the managers and it's not a coincidence, then who else have you got to look at? The owners, and the owners are getting too much involved in business behind the scenes or other things that they don't really need to. And so what I've heard from people who I know who are Man United fans.
Do you put any clarity behind what Roy Keane's come out and said, that really they should be getting Alex Ferguson away from the club now and getting him gone because he's still got too much say and sway and overhead of what's going on, and it's not doing the club any favours anymore.
I mean, you can get why maybe it's some of the stuff that he might say could be, well, it might not work or it might not be the best, but at the same time, the guy has managed to well, I'm not saying Man United were a nothing club, but he built them to be the super team that they were in the last 20, 30 years. He did that and got them so many trophies, so many achievements, and he you could say yes, oh well, it was that time period. Football's changed a lot, but he's still a world class manager. He won it. The last time he won it was what, 2013. So he knows a bit about the common game, doesn't
I'm not going to turn around and Alex Ferguson is a genius. It's simple as that.
he? Yeah.
But do you not think that having him around and still being at that position of almost,
Sort of.
still almost being the one that's
Yeah.
installing the managers, installing the
I
players
I get
and things?
I get that, but I think you could go, well, then maybe if it's him been doing that, maybe you could say, well, maybe you don't have him do that anymore. But at the same time, he's probably maybe the only person out of all the people involved in the club who's sort of understands the fans and the sort of he's been a part of Manchester United. He's sort of really a vocal person for the fans and for what it is and everything. It's kind of like saying if Shearer, you wouldn't want him really saying how he feels about stuff should be done behind the scenes when really he's a vocal point for us as fans, saying how we feel on his podcast and stuff and on Match of the Day and everything. He says what we've been saying at times, and
Yeah.
you go, well, you'd want that really, wouldn't you? You'd want someone who's a vocal point for the fans and understands.
The thing is,
For the
if you
fans.
turn around, if Sir Alex was still going to turn around and come out and be public and coming out and saying stuff and giving his opinion, you could kind of go, well, okay, but at least he's coming up and standing up and almost doing it in front of the players or in front of the fans, should I say more, and voicing his opinion. That's fine. But when you don't hear him, he doesn't speak on it anymore.
Yeah.
But it's all happening behind the scenes, and you have the internal side of things coming out and saying that, feeling that he's still pushing the broom and still doing this and doing that. You just wonder, is his influence still too strong throughout the club?
Maybe. Yeah.
People are not. They're not getting given the chance to be living up to his expectations.
Maybe I guess you could say that, and you could be right with it. It's just a tough one to really, think of. You kind of want kind of want him there because he knows a lot about it. But at the same time, then you want people to be able to sort of live up to the expectations and build up the squad again, their own way. But it's just a difficult one to think of, really, and you've got to make a change with something higher up than managers and coaches and players. I think it's something further up the hierarchy, really, you have to say, because there's been so many changes. It's got to be something along that lines.
Right, we've just kicked off. Newcastle have got the ball. We're into the second half.
Yeah, well, look to probably have a good, solid, decent start again. We have a throw in. I'm favouring Barnes to get a goal. Hall does really well, runs nicely, doesn't get a foul. It is played back. Chow manages to roll it to Pope. Pope boots it up to Bruno, but it's not won by Bruno. Haaland controls it well to Foden. Foden a little shove on Bruno, and there's going to be a free kick. Bit of an awkward position. They can probably swing this in. I don't know whether they go for a shot, but I think Reece James probably maybe similar distance potentially, and he scored. So you never know. You said, I mean, yeah, Bruno has his hands on him, but
It's a foul.
It's very
nothing more
light.
than that. It's not.
yeah.
You
Yeah,
could say because he tackled from behind, but it's
yeah,
not.
maybe.
He didn't. He more pulled him over than
It
tackled him
looks
from
like
behind.
Man City are going to swing this in because we've sort of got our players on the right, so do they. A big opening on the left, but if they went for a shot, you're expecting Pope to, clear that side more. So it looks like Foden's going to take this. He rolls it short to Bernardo Silva, to the left to Doku. Doku looks to cut inside. He does, swings one in, headed away by Miley there. Kushinov, Hall, Joe Linton has it, rolls it on the left, sorry, to Bruno. Bruno tries to roll it to Gordon, but it's an awkward position. Awkward touch from Semenyo, but it's deflected off Hall. And it's a throw into City again. We're wanting to see that we sort of be a bit dominant on the attack, maybe a bit more quicker. It could be maybe even be even, if I'm completely honest. Do you think your prediction would still be right with 4-2 with how the game's gone? 6 goals.
No. Listen, I can see this just being a 1-0 to either side here.
Do you think maybe even 0-0? That'll make it so much more harder. Well,
you take the 0-0.
Yeah.
It's not a loss, is it? So
yeah,
but either team have either got to go up another gear each,
yeah,
or yes, unfortunately, because the way the game has been played, where both teams, I'm not going to turn on and say they've been negative, they haven't, but both teams have kind of cancelled each other out.
yeah.
That's where my predictional score being so high has gone.
Yeah. On the right here with Semenyo, cuts it back, Kushinov to O'Reilly. O'Reilly rolls it through to Foden, just in the middle now, to Doku. And he looks to maybe cut in, he cuts it back. Ake swings one in. But there, nearly an own goal there. That was a push, but there was nothing given.
There was no way if that was gone to VAR, that was a push.
Pope managed to keep that out. It looked like it was going to go in, to be fair, for a fucking own goal. I don't know who that was
in the middle. That's
definitely
pushed,
a push on Chow.
Over.
Pope was alert. It did deflect
comes up
from
Gordon's
the inside
leg.
of Gordon's leg.
Yeah,
Pope does well to hold that out.
Kept it out. Yeah.
Joe Linton now plays it over to Chow. Chow with an awkward touch, turns. Haaland putting pressure on him, plays it out. Miley was too high up to throw into City. Just a bit of pressure from Haaland means Chow loses it. Doku takes a throw in. It's back to Ake. To O'Reilly now. Switching it up to be on the right-hand side from the middle. Kushinov to... I've forgotten his name now. What? Semenyo, there we go. I said his name like 5 times already in this half, and I already lost it. Miley now. Back to Pope. Pope. Not Pope. Plays it through the middle. That's an awkward one there. Ramsey controls it. Advantage is given. Bruno plays a bouncing ball. Gordon has it. We can break here now. Gordon on the left. Plenty of players here for Newcastle. Gordon swings one in over the top. Oh, Visser! Oh, great save by Trafford. He's got a hand to it really well. Hall slips, but he does get a foot in. Hall still has this now. Plays it to Bruno. Bruno takes a shot.
Good save again. Didn't it?
I think it would hit the post. I thought Trafford saved it.
Yep, hit the post. He saved brilliantly from Visser, and then Newcastle have just gone and hit the post.
Wow. Visser, I think, possibly would have been offside, if I'm honest.
Oh, fingertips as well as the thing.
Or did he even
I think he got fingertips onto the bar. Yes,
yeah,
fingertips on the bar.
Wow.
And then Bruno swings it in,
smashes it, hits
the bottom of the post.
Post, sorry. Wow. Very good
bit of play from Newcastle. Very good bit of play.
Yeah.
More like it.
It's more quick and more intense with players up there. Joe Linton, I think, is down now.
Injured here.
I think it was Joe Linton. No, Ramsey. Ramsey's holding his head here. Don't know why. He's holding both sides of his head here. Don't know what's happened here. Doku making the run. Ooh, just a bit of an arm. Yeah.
I don't think he's not actually thingy. It's just.
I think he just goes down after. Oh, I don't know. He goes down quite. He gets up, looks around, and
Yeah.
does a slight jog, but then he goes back down again. Maybe he's just
Slight,
now started to hurt
slight,
afterwards. Maybe a bit of adrenaline. That's just my notification of the team for the game.
slight, maybe just a slight, after effect of getting a bit of an elbow in the side of the head.
Yeah.
We just don't need it. We're being forced here to be making substitutions for unfortunate
Injuries. Really, and it's awkward. I'm completely honest. It's awkward, but you can't blame the players.
I have to say that was a bloody good save from Trafford, from Wissa.
Yeah.
That,
Great save.
yeah.
He could have been offside. We won't talk about whether it's offside or not, because you just take away the fact that
until the whistle
saved-
blows, he's not
Yeah.
offside.
You wouldn't.
And
You can't
Guimaraes
say- yeah.
had him.
Bruno Guimaraes, yeah. Doku now has this. Oh, buffer, great. Oh no, it's back. Doku swans one in. Semenyo scores. Wow. Well, that's just played in. And
that was just purely
running.
Went up the other end. We went up one end, and
that is very, very awkward. Let's
Yeah,
have a look at this now. Doku has the ball really well, and he just gets in front of our back line, and it's played in, and they just run through. Basically, City do. Played in, he's well on side. It's deflected off Bernardo Silva's foot, which means it's in, basically. Yeah, very awkward. Yeah, poor. It's just a low ball that's deflected and then has a bounce, which means Semenyo just manages to get to it. Very, very, very awkward. Wow. Can't really blame anything there. It just was a deflection, but again, it's just one of those things where we now have to try 10 times harder now in this game.
well, 2 goals in 2 games now for Semenyo.
Yeah, he's doing good, to be fair. City.
Well, he was playing the blinder of his season so far. When he
Bournemouth. So
and
he's having a great
he's
season
just really
everywhere.
having a good season all round. But
We just need to. We don't want to switch. We. I don't know how we're going to come out and sort of get ourselves a goal back here. I don't know what we're going to try and do. I don't know whether we change anything. So maybe bring Bolmar on. I feel it's a bit harsh on Visser because I doubt with how tight City have been in their back line that it's going to make a difference too much. I don't know whether you bring Tonali on and maybe it's someone who can control the midfield a little bit more. I don't know. Maybe even a Langer just for a bit of extra pace on that wing.
Thing is, if you were going to bring Tonali on now, who do we take off for him to come on for?
Joelinton, because he's on a booking. Ramsey's done decent. Joelinton, all of them have, but I think Joelinton just is a risk with a booking. Doku controls it now, has it, cuts inside, plays a really awkward ball.
Yeah,
still with
Miley.
yeah. Ake has it. Doku now again on the left side. Miley just holding him up, plays it back to Ake. They're just going to play it around their back line now. Foden in the middle. Barnes intercepts it well, plays it to Miley. Miley plays it through to the middle. Bruno with an awkward touch tries to play it through around. He does. Barnes has it. Ramsey to Miley. We're just sort of getting into these spaces, playing it around just to sort of breathe. Pope has it. He hasn't kicked it yet. Haaland is breathing down his neck, but he just clear it. Hall has this now. Through the middle he goes. Plays it out on the left to Gordon. Gordon through the middle himself. Keeps going. Rolls it to Ramsey. A bit of pressure from Doku, but we still have it. Miley now. Miley can probably play one over the top for somebody. He doesn't. He turns around. There's still pressure from Doku. Back with Chow. We just sort of need to get in a position where we can break a bit further forward. Barnes has it on the far right side. Back to Miley. We're just going to be passing it further and further around, and City are just sort of putting that pressure, and then we're getting further and further back. That's why we need to try and get an opportunity now before City just gradually pushes further and further back. Hall to Botman. Botman, we're in our own half now. We weren't before. To Joe Linton. Joe Linton to Gordon. Gordon on the left wing here. Hall is running there to help. Tries to play one through to Visser. Visser tries to cut one back. Joe Linton there. Plays one in. It's blocked, deflected. Hall has it. Bruno takes a shot. It's straight at Trafford. Oh. It was a good opportunity.
Nice build up. Nice
Yeah.
build up. Patient. It was
Yeah.
patient, which is nice. But City seem to always have players in the right, there and
Yeah.
in the right places.
Yeah.
Trafford easily behind the ball, but
Yeah. It was better. When we were quick and we played the ball, we did it. But City was sort of pushing us back into our own half there, and we did eventually get forward. But we don't want to let City do that. Gordon takes on Mateus Nunes. He doesn't quite get ahead of him. Played back to Trafford, but Visser now applying pressure. Oh! Nearly an own goal there. I thought that was going to go straight to goal. It's a corner. Bernardo Silva with an awkward touch there.
He got that wrong, Bernardo. And fair play.
But
He's apologised to everybody. He was
I think
trying
he
to
tries to
flick
play
it
that
to the other defender, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Got that totally wrong.
Visser just did good to play the pressure.
Yeah.
Apply the
He
pressure.
knows it was his
Right,
bad. Fair play.
corner. We need to hopefully score from this because we've got the players who are capable of doing it. Hall to be taking this.
From a mistake that they've made, if we could score, would
Would
actually make them
on
think,
them.
well, hang on a minute, we've got to be really bloody careful here.
Yeah.
And so we'd
Be a bit
need
hesitant.
to score. It would
Hall
be nice.
swings this one in. Punch to played
what's
around.
happening? It's everywhere. It's all over the place. Is it out front of the corner?
Corner again. Corner from the other side now. It's the far left side. Bruno most likely
right
to squeeze
over here.
one.
What happened there?
I don't know.
Keeper swinged and missed
Didn't
it,
quite get it.
and then it's come
I
off.
think it's come off
Was it
Ake,
Ake
I
at the
think.
back?
I think it's off Ake. Played around. Yeah, came up
Yeah,
back.
I know Semenyo.
Sorry. Swung in from Bruno.
Bruno's
Quite
gone for
high.
it again.
Punch.
Good
It's
punch
quite
from the
high,
keeper.
but it's close to the goal again.
Foot race between
Doku.
Doku.
Hall does really
well
well. Gets his
played.
body in front.
Absolutely brilliant
Holds
play
it
from
well.
Hall. Absolutely brilliant. He
Doku
should be getting a yellow card there for kicking it about.
Hall just having a bit of a laugh.
Having a laugh with Pep, but
Yeah, Pep's not.
oh, he's happy now.
Yeah.
He's 1-0 up. That's the trouble with Pep.
Pep's
He's
never really an issue for him as a manager for me.
No.
Like he's good and he's never really caused much of a fuss really, and never really complains. Well, he does complain, but he never really blames anybody or bar maybe himself for his players.
Oh, what a
Good
bit of touch from Miley.
Miley now trying to turn. There's no one else there. Tries to roll it to Barnes. It's not the best. He tries to recover it. Ramsey bit hesitant. Now Doku just squeezes through.
Oh,
Miley does
played,
well
Miley.
again. And again,
He's
tries to
he's
do
just
it.
trying to get his body in the way, and
When
he's
he
done well.
when he won it, there should have been someone maybe there.
There was nobody ran down the line for him.
Now to turn there.
Joe Linton got done,
Joe Linton
all
got
hands
done
down
now.
there.
Played through. Haaland has it
first
now.
time he's had the ball
Rolls
in
it
the
to
penalty area.
Foden. Chow plays it away for a corner.
That
Really
was the
awkward
first time that Haaland's actually had the ball at his feet in the penalty area.
Yeah.
And luckily it
looking to
didn't
make
run.
3 changes. Rodri here, and I don't know who the other 2 players are.
But when you get the likes of Rodri coming on now, he's just going to just tie up that bloody midfield and back line even more than what it already is.
O'Reilly comes off. It was a bit awkward there. Miley did really well, but it's moments like that. Jonathan does it, Bruno does it, Ramsey does it. We can win it really well, but then the control afterwards is awkward and we lose it. We have to control it and then get rid of it quickly because we're
Yeah.
under so much pressure. When we did it with the back line earlier, when Chow had it and he played it, Miley played it to Chow and Chow
Foden's
played it
coming
to.
up.
Ooh, that's all. He's been really well, I feel, Foden. And then when we played it to Pope, we slowed it down, but we had that open space. We need to try and do that with the midfield. But 3 changes for City. There's only been 1 for us, and that's just because it's been forced by Murphy's injury. I don't know how long it'll take until
Well,
Eddie
then
decides
he's
to
got
make
to
a
think
change.
about doing something.
He's got to
soon.
think, but I don't think he has to yet. But he has to have one ready.
I suppose the fact that it's 2 legs. If we lost this 1-0, it's not a.
It is still a problem, but it's
Yeah.
not the end of the world. We need to rest players for the other games. We've got to focus on other games. Yes, we want to focus on this, but flicked in again by Semenyo. I think it's a back heel flick or whatever, and Semenyo just flicks it in, and it's
Poor, absolutely piss poor from Pope.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's Pope here that gets this wrong, and it's absolutely piss poor.
Oh, mate. What ever happened here? I just see it fall in the middle, and it's Semenyo. He just sort of back heel flicks this. Oh, mate. This is going to be hell now. It's 2-0. We're down. Have a look here. So there's players in front of Pope here. I don't think he can go anywhere because there's players sort of in front of him, really. He can't dive anywhere, can he? What is Visser really doing for man marking, if I'm completely honest?
Yeah.
Could you say Haaland's really blocking Chow from doing anything, or can you not really say?
Well,
because Chow
actually, has that come off Haaland? Has that actually come off Haaland and not?
But could you say Haaland's blocking Chow and then Chow because Chow's there, it's blocking Pope?
Yeah, possibly.
I don't know. I don't want to try and make it. It's a goal because VAR. Here we go. Possible offside. Is it from Haaland they're looking at? They're looking at the Haaland being offside. I wouldn't have given it as an offside. I would have given it more that he's not allowing.
I think because it
Pope to get anywhere.
Comes off there and then hits Haaland.
Yeah. I think he is because Pope can't dive
Chow can't move.
Chow can't move, and then Pope can't move either. Really?
Yeah. Has it hit his hand?
No, it's his leg. That's his leg. He lifted his leg really high up. It's his leg. I don't know. They'll go. It's not because look, Botman's further back, but he's basically blocking Botman. Not Botman. He's blocking Chow from moving, which then means Pope cannot even attempt to do anything there.
If that's offside because of the white boot behind the orange one, that's fucking Haaland's foot, and that would be unbelievably piss poor if that give it. And even I'm saying that as it been disallowed because of offside. I
don't see why it's offside.
It would be because he's not allowing.
Yeah, I don't think it's offside. I think it's more it's not allowing Chow any room or Pope any room. I don't think it's offside. And this is going to take 3 years now. I'm hoping it's chalked off just for the sake of it, but it's like the worst way, really. And I don't even think it's really the right thing. I don't even think it's offside. I think it's more infringing on the player, isn't it? Still looking at it now. I think they're taking so long. And I hate saying it because I want it to think. If they're taking so long, you just got to go, well, the ref gave it, so give it.
But why can't they tell people what they're checking for? Why can't we hear?
Before they used to put the lines up on, didn't they? Now they
don't do anything now.
All we hear is the commentators go, well, they've given it or not. Baltamada coming on as well as Tonali. So these are going to be the changes for Newcastle in a minute. He's not impacting Nick Pope, but he's impacting Chow, which Pope can't do anything then. It's just taking forever.
It can. The off. You know what? You do look at that tight like that. Look at the blue sock. Look at the white.
Yeah,
I just don't.
That's just so
It's so
tight. and
tight.
So how the hell do they even see it?
He's got his arm round the back of him, so he goes the arm.
Is he?
But for me,
It's been 3 minutes now.
All I
maybe
can
even
say-
more.
all I can say is it's either interference from Haaland from preventing the defender from moving
Yeah,
to get a block in,
yeah,
or it's offside.
yeah.
But I don't. Look, there's the line,
Offside.
and he's offside.
He's offside. He's giving it offside. Wow. On field. Why? The line's just said it's offside, so why has he got to go to a line?
Yeah.
What? So the lines are basically
So
bullshit.
let's see
then.
if we can listen to what's been said.
Position of Haaland is preventing the goalkeeper, which is true because he's blocking Chow, which then also is blocking Pope.
So the fact that he's fractionally on offside,
Yeah.
but doesn't interfere with the goal, he's interfered with the
Yeah.
keeper.
So what's he doing now? They've done
Yeah.
the lines for offside, so it is going to be given as a
Well, listen.
right. So offside. He's called offside, so it's going to be chalked off. We are very lucky
Yeah.
there. To be fair, it is kind of the right decision, but they checked for offside. But then, really, the reason that they've disallowed it is because it's
he's
infringing on
interfering.
Pope.
Yeah.
Which is what we called instantly when we saw it. But that took them about 5-6 minutes to check for an offside, which you can go, it's very tight whether he was or not. But really, it doesn't matter whether he's offside. It's more whether the
So
fact that he's
Voltemada's on
infringing.
for Visser,
Right.
and
Tonali is going to be on for Ramsey.
Ramsey.
Oh, and Alanga's coming on
And
as well.
Alanga as well.
Possibly for Gordon. There's no way they take Barnes off for what happened.
Well,
You can't
you'd
bring
be
Barnes
harsh
on and then
you'd be
take
harsh
him
to
off.
take Barnes, and it does look like he
Yeah.
scored. Yeah.
Okay. It's good 3 changes.
So they'll probably stick.
Stick
Barnes back onto the
Alanga on
left.
the right.
Yeah.
I'm happy with it, you know.
Listen, at least we're
Fresh
showing that we're going to
legs.
push forward.
Fresh legs. Alanga's quick. Barnes has, done really well in the last few games, and Voltemada has had moments of elegance with his passing and whatnot, and his height can be a great advantage. We just need to make sure we do this right. What's offside? Oh, Joelinton getting involved with Bernardo Silva now. He needs to be really careful, Joelinton. Come on, mate. Bruno and
Well,
everybody.
yes, but it was a late challenge on him.
Still, but I don't think the ref would book him. But you just got to realise he's on a yellow. He's got to calm down because he's still pushing for this now. He needs to calm down at times, I think, Joelinton. I love it sometimes, but at the same time it worries me because he's on a booking. It's lost there. Trafford slices it up in the air. Going to be a throw in. Paul's going to take this real quick, hopefully. He does. Voltemada now flicks this over the top. Alanga with a header. Bruno doesn't have it. Tonali! Oh, it's just wide of the post.
His first touch.
Wow.
If
That
he'd have
was
scored
beautiful.
that
That
with
would
his
have been
first touch,
amazing.
oh my word. But I tell you what, now, you know what? Newcastle have realised we've got a bit of a lifeline here
Yes.
with having that.
Oh,
thingy.
that was... I think Trafford might have got to it, to be fair, but great opportunity. Yeah, Trafford, I think.
Yeah, I think he had it covered.
Yeah. Oh, no, nearly lost.
Little Nelly went flying.
Flying, I know. Seeing that, yeah. But applying the pressure when we need to at times, and Trafford had to slice it, and we win the throw-in. But then being quick with it as well. Haaland now has this. Looks to probably play it on the right. He does. Shot.
Well blocked
deflected by Hall. Throw-in for City. There is still 20 minutes.
I
And
think
I
we've
think
got
there's
at
going to be
least
at least
9 minutes,
9 minutes of
just because of that messing about.
goal, messing about,
Yeah.
substitutions, corners. Yeah, there's plenty of time then, basically, for an equaliser here. But City play this in. Good block from Botman. Hall does manage to get this. He does really well. Tries to cut it through. He sort of slips, loses his foot in. Semenyo now. And City have this with Bernardo Silva, Rodri. It was good from Hall there, but he should have played it instead of cutting through the middle. But Doku now on the left. Alanga and Miley there, sort of covering. So we have most players back, which is good. Doku slips on in. Joe Linton does take a touch, and he slices it high in the air. Awkward there. Barnes with a little shove, and the ref's going to give it. I mean, it is a shove. I think is he going to? Oh, I was going to say for a second. He's pulling the card out
there for a second.
But no, but he pulls it out of his front pocket. I don't know why he did it. Yeah,
pulled his can of deodorant out.
Yeah, it really is an infringement. I think from Haaland. If I'm completely honest, it took so long, and we literally called it immediately whether it was an infringement or not. If I'm completely honest.
But he's offside.
He is offside.
I can't believe how close that.
Yeah. Pep's even just was so. I think we were all confused at that. Really. City again now. Semenyo, he's a danger. He's probably going to stay on for the full 90 because he's causing issues. Joe Linton does really well.
Oh, that's got to be a foul. Surely. He's off. He's got to be off.
Yellow card from who was that towards? I don't know.
Was that not Silva?
It was Bernardo Silva, but I don't think Mateus Nunes was booked, not Silva.
I thought Silva got a booking in the first half.
I think it was Mateus Nunes. I don't think it was Silva. Nunes, because it said at the second half. Nunes, O'Reilly.
Yes.
And so now Bernardo Silva does have a yellow. So they have more players on yellow, so they have to be a bit more cautious. Pope's going to take this free kick here. Really need a goal. Really need Voltemada to score, or somebody get a bit of a boost. Chow headers this. Voltemada runs in front of this, headers it down. Alanga, awkward to control, plays it back in. Ake. Haaland handball. That's an intentional handball. Haaland intentionally handballs that. That's the yellow because he intentionally puts his hand out there. I'm sorry, Haaland. Why does he need to do that? If I'm completely honest, that's intentionally trying to handball. If I'm completely honest,
yellow card.
He's tall enough. All he's got to do is stick his leg out.
No consistency on things from referees in the Premier League.
No, but honestly though, I don't know why he even does. He could have easily stuck his leg out, and that would have been fine. He wouldn't have fouled anybody. I don't even know why he did that. I think it's just panic thinking, shit, hit it. Right. Good delivery, please, here. Do not try and go too close to goal. We have a good free kick in a good place here. We're near goal. Swung in by Hall, quite high. Headed away by Haaland, and now Semenyo is going to be able to clear it. Botman just apply a bit of pressure. Goes out for a throw-in here. So, Tonali gets this here, but City send their players flying forward. Oh, Chucky. I think he's coming on. I thought Chucky was on. He wasn't. Similar hairstyles from players. Voltemada chests it down. A bit of pressure and City have it back again. But we've seen that a lot with Voltemada. You know, we play it awkward and he loses it. You know, we need to do it in an area where he can control it better. Jolinton plays a brilliant ball over the top for Alanga. Alanga with a beautiful touch. Oh my God. Cuts through to the middle. Plays it on the left for Barnes. Barnes now can play one. He does to Alanga. Slips it back. He should have just taken on this defender, Barnes, shouldn't he?
But he won't do it. He wants to cut inside because he wants to shoot himself.
Yeah. But I think also he was wanting Hall maybe to run in front, which Hall did.
There was a chance. There was a chance for Alanga
Hall
to have slipped.
Plays one over the top for Alanga. Offside is going to be. It's an awkward touch, but I think City will call it for offside anyway. Rolled by Trafford now. Ake. He's got plenty of space because Alanga was gone. Voltemada chasing it. Bruno chasing on Doku. Voltemada. Bruno. Doku still and Bruno's going to get a booking now. Wow. Okay. So many times as well, we've committed players into a tackle and we've not managed to get the ball. Makes no sense. Voltemada misses it, Bruno misses it, and it's happened so many times as well in the midfield. I get they don't want to fully commit, but it makes no sense how we can't tackle the ball at times. Bruno booked now, so that's not really good. It's not helpful, if I'm completely honest. Shirky comes on for Doku, so Semenyo is going to stay on. Because that's number 4, I think, of substitutions for them. Because they made a triple and then they've done that. I think they're allowed one more, so they could maybe, but I doubt they'll use it on Semenyo. I think they'd use it on somebody else, most likely. So City's back line just playing it around. Bit of pressure from us, but not a complete lot. Now they have it. Hall went high up, so now Jolinton's having to sort of cover. Hall is back. Cherky recovers it well, and he's just sort of getting the City back in open spaces. And from their back line, they play it to Semenyo, who's on the left now. Awkward one there.
Oh, that's a high boot. He's got away with it.
And Tonali wins it after there was a pullback from Miley, but it's not been given. Bernardo Silva loses that, and it's a goal kick to Newcastle. It's a bit better.
Yeah,
a bit holding them off.
Scrappy at the moment.
Yes, we need to sort of.
Both teams.
Really poor from Botman. That was there. Now Haaland, awkward touch, but still to Bernardo Silva. Hall does really well to get low and block it. Still Cherky with it. Plays it back to Bernardo Silva. Flies one in over the top. Misses everybody. Elanga going to recover it. He keeps it in. He's not going to let it go. He slips, but he kept it in. Miley, a bit awkward at the minute. He does get a goal kick, but I think he's been a bit awkward with passing Miley at the minute.
Today
he's struggled. He's been a bit hesitant.
Listen, when you've got somebody like Doku coming at you, and you're not a natural right back.
Yeah, he's still done decent defensively. I'm not going to lie.
He's done well enough.
Yeah,
but this man for me tonight, Hall's played an absolute blinder.
Yeah. Well, goal kick from Pope again. It's going to be flipped by Voltemada, but cleared away. Hall going to recover it. Throw in to Newcastle. There's no one really there close enough, so it's going to be sort of a slow one from us, and that allows City to sort of cover positions. Bruno has it. A bit of pressure from Bernardo Silva. Rolls that back to Pope. Pope with a touch. Rolls it to Chow. Chow is under pressure by Haaland. Miley now has it. Back to Chow. Chow to Pope. Pope boots this up forward. Tries to do a flick Voltemada, but he can't. In the midfield now by City, there's just a lot of open space now.
They have a lot of space here.
Yeah, I don't know what.
I don't know whether Newcastle players are just getting a bit pulled around.
Yeah. For the last 10 minutes, when we need to sort of keep the positions we did like we have for the last 60 minutes or so. Despite being a goal down and then even conceding the second, we held up really well in our spaces and whatnot. Jolinton just pressing now. Trafford, Voltemada to the right, so there is going to be a bit of pressure on whoever it is. Played through to the middle, Haaland now, and City. Oh, snatched by Bruno almost, but now it's to the right with Cherky. City again break away, and they just sort of break away easy because they've got plenty of space to play it into. Tries to roll through. Played by Botman, but he tries to roll it to Jolinton, who can't get his foot out. Back with Rodri now. It's just scrappy, and desperate to try and clear the ball now. The ball plays through easily here now. Cherky runs in, sneaks one. Miley does recover it well, plays it out.
Pope did well to get a block to it. And
another throw into City here. It's really, really awkward at the minute. Really awkward in the last 10 minutes, and I don't think we really want to be struggling in the last 10 minutes. We want to go back. If we can just sort of, with the way it's going so far, if we can hold off a second goal, I'd be happy.
Yeah.
But we really need to if we can calm ourselves down and get ourselves back into the positions. Semenyo, we win a goal kick. We just need to just calm ourselves down, maintain our positions and our spots, and take the chances that we've had so far, and just be a little bit better in that final sector.
Yeah.
Pope to take this goal kick. It's to Voltamada. It's behind him actually. It's crazy how you got a 6'6" player and he struggles to even get the ball when he's headering it from goal kicks. It's mental. Botman now. Tonali comes short to receive it. Plays it out to the left to Hall. We're sort of slowing it down a little bit, getting in positions. Barnes now under a bit of pressure, tries to do a turn. Hall is there. It's still in play. Hall manages to get ourselves a throw in. That should be a yellow card. How? I'm sorry. That's. Oh, I don't understand how that's not a throw in to us. Players seem so arrogant when there's, makes no sense. Why that he's so arrogant and feel you can shove someone and like be threatening and rude to someone just because they thought we had a throw in. I thought it was a throw in to us. And yeah, now City are going to take their time with this throw in. They take it, and then the
yellow
ref now
card. Yeah,
blows.
well done.
Yellow
You
card.
pissed around that much, you get a yellow card.
Yeah, time wasting. So now City going to have to then take this again. Rico, it is Rico Lewis. Okay. Rico Lewis takes this now. Haaland does well to control it. Still in, but Hall keeps it in well. Tight space. Voltamada, awkward touch. It's back to Haaland now. Oh, Alanga can nearly snatch this if he could, but it's going to be played back to Trafford comfortably. Should be a bit of pressure here on Alanga's left out so much open space. He tries to cover in between the goalkeeper. Really should just be man marking the player. Chow just comes sprinting there. He was not going to let Ake get to that whatsoever. Did you see that? He was charging. Tonali again now at the back line. Botman. Oh, this is going to be really awkward, really, for the last 7 minutes. Hall plays the ball over the top to Barnes. Oh, that could be beautiful. Barnes to Voltamada. Voltamada. Oh, what was that? He could have just shot wide. He angled himself to try and play it back to Barnes. He should have had that and shot at goal. What have we done there?
Do you know what? You said something to me in the house earlier, and you said, "Oh, have I heard the news about Sterling?"
Yeah.
Sterling with an opportunity like that would have put his foot through the bloody ball.
Why did he angle himself to try and play it back to Barnes? It was such an awful touch from Voltamada. Now Cherky now runs through, blocked by Botman. Really well from Barnes to sort of play it to Hall. Hall is there now. He's going to cut through the middle. He's got to play it out wide. He does. Alanga.
Come on.
Poor header from Alanga, if I'm completely honest. He wasn't.
Oh, give him his due. He's trying, and
but it's just
sometimes he's over trying. I think that was just piss
poor of a pass from Alanga, and now City have it again. They play it through the middle. Haaland now. You give him enough space, he'll shoot. Oh, good from Pope there. Really good from Pope, and he's got to play this quick. He's got to have play.
He needs to be. That Voltamada. I'm sorry. I love him. I think he's great, but he needs to stay in the centre forward position.
Yeah.
And stay there.
Over the top.
Stop dropping so far back. Now,
if you get pressure on this,
now get your foot through it, boy.
I think it's because he's the defender's on the right side, so he can't get to it. Look, if you see the ball. Oh no, you're going to show the other one.
But to me, now, bang!
That left foot. He's still angled as if he's going to try and pass it back to Barnes. Look at this. That should be left foot shot.
He either had to just dink it to Barnes straight away, or puts his foot
left
through the
foot
ball.
Through it. He touches it with his right foot.
Yeah.
And then he doesn't pass it. If you're going to touch it with your right foot, it would be. I don't know whether he was going to try and control it or what, but. He could have just put a left foot through it. If it was saved, fair enough. But that was just even worse what he did there. Ball played over the top again. Voltamada's not going to get to this. He's not quick enough. He does get a bit of pressure on Kushinov. And Rodri, Joelinton has this now. Rolls it to Bruno. Bruno under a bit of pressure here. Can play this to Tonali. Tries to flick one to Tonali. Tonali does well on his feet to keep it up. Joelinton plays one over the top. I don't know why I was going to play it to Elanga. I don't know what Elanga really was going to do there. And now City have it again. Deflected handball. But they're going to say it was down by his side, and they're not going to give it now. Break here for City with Cherky. Haaland bursting through. It's going to... Oh, Pope really well there.
Done, Pope.
I think they're going to say the handball. He was down by... His arm was down by his side or something there. I don't know whether that should have been given, really. It was down by his side, I think. Oh, Trippier coming on. Fair play. I'll have Trippier on. Give him a right shot. Really? I guess captaincy, but Miley's going to go in the midfielder and Trippier's going to go right back. Really? Are you happy with that?
Yeah, I think Bruno's just
give him a bit of a rest, getting off a bit earlier. Yeah.
Listen, Bruno's done well. At the end of the day, you've got to think there's still another 10, 11 minutes to be played.
Yeah. City going to make their final change. Ait Nouri comes on for Nathan Ake. He's done really well this game, Nathan Ake.
Yeah,
I mean, I think everybody on every side has been decent, to be completely honest.
You can pick anybody and say, well, there's a point
that
they've
moment.
done. Yeah.
Let's just hope maybe Trippier can make a bit of a better impact on that right-hand side and maybe help Elanga a bit more. Maybe that's what is needed. Elanga needs someone with a bit of an experience to help play the ball to how it fits Elanga, you know. You know, we've had it with Miggy and he did it with, you know, Barnes, Gordon, and when he plays it with them. So, City have it now. They've had the throw-in just on the halfway line with their centre-backs. Baltimore are applying a bit of pressure. I think he just needs to sort of stay at that post, if I'm honest. Stay right in the middle. Barnes, a little bit of pressure there. Back to Trafford. Just sort of cover the areas so they can't play it short. Plays it long over the top, Trafford. It's Trippier not going to be able to get to it, so Semenyo can control this. Takes his time, rolls this back to Rodri. Rodri plays this to Bernardo Silva. Silva to Cherky. Cherky to Rodri. They're going to sort of play it slowly around the back and go further back. They're just going to try and drain out the time. Oh, really good from Elanga to... Oh, it was an awkward touch to Tonali. It was really awkward bouncing in the air, but that, again, that's the awkwardness of it. It's if it's about awkward and bouncing in the air, or if it's in the air, we're struggling. With some of the tallest players, how are we struggling to, control it in the air? We might header it, but then we just header it straight back to an opposition player. Haaland chests it. I don't know why there was a call for handball. He completely hit his stomach, I even feel. I don't even think it was his chest. Trippier throws this far back. Chow. He's got Botman on the left-hand side. Botman does take it. He's quite deep in our own half, so he's going to then roll it back to Chow. And we sort of just seem to maybe try and draw... I don't know. I think we're trying to draw City further in and get less players in their back line.
We're almost trying to do a completely catch them on the counter-attack here, but...
Pope rolls this, a good ball to Hall on the left side now. Rolls it to Barnes. Barnes is now under a lot of pressure. Barnes plays it back to Botman. The thing is, we're doing such direct balls to such different sides of the pitch. It's awkward because there's no one nearby. Voltamado has a really good ball. Miley, no, it was almost like he gave up on winning that. Oh, Trippier, really good there.
Well done, Trippier.
And the ref's going to give it as a foul. Free kick from Trippier. I'm sorry. That was a beautiful tackle from Trippier, and the ref gives it as a free kick. Baltimore does really well, and Miley
almost. And then what's it?
I think it's going to keep. They're doing this now. Great. It's not handball or anything. It's close, and Kushanov gets his back heel on it.
It just doesn't drop. And Trippier wins the ball.
That. I don't know why the ref gave that. The linesman must have been blind or something. Right. 9, did they say? Trippier had a book for that as well. 9 minutes. I'm sorry. That's his first challenge as well.
Yeah.
That makes no sense how that's given it. Mate, I don't understand. Right. Throw in quick again. Trippier's really wanting to take this now quickly, but he needs to find the space to do it. Joelinton rolls it to Botman. Botman has Hall there. Hall going to play it through to Barnes, but it's won back by Kushanov. It wasn't the best ball. It wasn't really towards Barnes. It was more through the middle. One back again to Nali now. Joe Linton does really well, but then again, it's lost easily. Rodri has it. Bernardo Silva. We win the ball, but then we just don't. I don't know. Tonali, and that's going to be a foul, yeah. And he's booking Tonali. What? You're just booking everybody now, ref? What? It makes no sense. Why is he just booking everybody all of a sudden? That's never a foul. I'm sorry. Well, no, it's a foul and a free kick, but it's never a yellow. Look at this.
Yeah,
Maybe, yeah, okay. I couldn't see from the other angle. It looked like
behind
it just looked like he just stuck his leg up and that was it. But then seeing that, yeah, okay. Fair enough. That's my mistake. Camera angles can be so deceiving. Right. I don't understand that Trippier one, though. That Trippier one should never have been a fucking yellow. Right. Trafford's going to take his time on this goal kick. Does take it. And headed by Tonali. Voltamada touch. Joe Linton awkward again. And now it's back with City. Plenty of space on that right-hand side. Through the middle. Pope gets this. Now, he should be taking this quick like he did in the Champions League. They're going to show a replay of this for some reason. Whistle's been blown again for something. I don't know what it is. Trippier's calling for this. He wants to take this as quick as he can. He's just, I don't know, he's telling everybody to slow down. Right. Okay, and now booking from somebody on the side of the pitch, probably. Manager. Pep's going to be given a yellow. Oh no, him. Who the fuck is that? Who? Who is this?
That's obviously some
assistant director or some shit. All he has to do is stare at a camera. I don't know why he feels he's got to get involved. I don't understand that. Why have you got to stop play for someone on the side of the pitch? I'm sorry, that's just stupid.
Yeah.
Played in, Trippier, Paul, touch Joe Linton now, Tonali. Played over the top, Barnes. Swings one in. Oh! He couldn't get to it. Fuck! He couldn't connect himself to that. Oh, it was a good ball over from Barnes. Oh, man. He just had to touch it. I think all he needed to touch it was going to go in. Oh.
The one time he won across, and he just couldn't get to it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, I
think he's even thinking, Eddie's just sort of praying for something here. Just keep going. We have another, 5 minutes of this now. Keep pushing. Ever since Trippier's come on, he sort of helped boost momentum. It's going to be headed awkwardly, and they're going to control it. They managed to clear it well. They just... Right, Miley places out to the left, Botman to Hall. Hall now. Plays it to Barnes, who's in an awkward place, but Jolin has it. Back to Barnes. Barnes keeps running. He can play this to Hall. He does. Hall. He's still holding on to it. He shouldn't be. He still has it. That's Tonali. Tonali does really well to recover for Hall there. Hall should have dispersed of that ages ago. Barnes to Joe Linton. Played over the top to Trippier. Oh no, it's too heavy from Joe Linton. Trippier does recover it well and he plays it back. What are we doing holding on to it too long? Barnes held on to it for a bit of a long time, but then he plays it to Hall, and then Hall just tries to run through as if he's fucking Gascoigne. Oh, brilliant ball to Barnes. Barnes can deliver a good one in again. Back to Hall. Hall plays one in. Oh, that's just punched away. It's a corner. We need to really score from this. We've got Voltamada. We've got Joe Linton. We've got Botman. We've got Chow. We need a goal. Another goal. Imagine another goal in extra time.
Yeah.
Just praying for a goal. Even Miley's managed to get onto it a few times. Barnes has scored a header as well. Just don't go it too deep towards the goal. Swung in. Cleared away. Hall now under a bit of pressure. Oh, turns quite nice. Tries to shoot. Deflected. Joe Linton. Oh.
The ball just
Ball
was spinning away from him.
away,
That was
I
the
know.
problem.
And now he throws this quick.
Well,
Semenyo
Trippier
has not got the pace against Semenyo, if I'm completely honest. Semenyo's going to cut in, plays it over. Hall does really well. Hall did really well to clear that. And now it's a corner to City.
And he's got cramp.
But
what a run back from Hall, though. It had to be. Fair play.
Yeah.
Between Miley and Trippier, they kind of held Semenyo up enough.
Yeah.
But,
and it was brilliant. I think for me, man of the match. Although Semenyo scored twice.
Yeah,
I think it's Hall.
Yeah, I think
seriously, he's kept out so many chances for City, and it's been him who's kept them out. If I'm completely honest. So City corner for City, they're probably going to take their time with this, as you know. They go short and play it, keep out the corner flag, as they do. And it's going to be another throw in for. They always do this, City. There's going to be another throw in.
They'll take forever to get.
They'll take forever, and that's just what they've always done. So then they'll go to the corner flag immediately there. If I'm really a player, I don't care about offside. I'm blocking that corner flag, so I'm in front of them.
You would class that as a foul.
Yeah. They play it to Bernardo Silva now. Rodri in the middle. Plenty of open space. Jonathan's charging at Rodri, and he's also going to keep charging there. Played over the top. Headed back to Semenyo. City just sort of controlling it, playing it round the back a little bit. Out for a throw-in to Newcastle. Alanga plays it to Trippier, so then Trippier's going to take this throw-in. And it's going to be up because there's not enough space really for anybody. It's gone back to Chow. To Pope. Pope skews that. That's fucking awful. And it's a throw into City. Because Nick Pope cannot kick for shit. Terrible. All he had to do was maybe play it on the left of Hall. And that's now back to City, who will take their time with this. And that's wasted potentially another minute, which we only have about a minute and 15 seconds left. So if I'm completely honest, he sort of fucked us there with that Pope. Oh, brilliant play from City. City now. Bit of pressure for Joe Linton, and it's in. Cherky plays that in. And to be honest, I think that's completely Nick Pope's fault, giving that away so easily.
Yeah.
And, well, 2-0 City now. Oh, that was shocking from Nick Pope. And to be fair, I don't know who it was in midfield that left that gap so open, if I'm completely honest. I don't know who it was, because Joe Linton was chasing Rodri and whatnot there. Who's not really in the midfield there? Who's not covering that spot? Tonali? Where is Tonali? So you've got Tonali sort of. Barnes is really the only one in that position there. Yeah. Ah, fucking awful, man. Really awful. Poor fucking defending.
Well, to be honest, we were put under pressure, and that's piss poor.
That's piss poor from Pope as well.
I'm sorry, but
you saved that
yeah.
easier as well, if I'm completely honest.
Pope gave away the fucking throw-in because he can't kick from the ball being laid back to him, and he never has been able to.
And
then now, I'm sorry, but the goalkeeper, if you can't put your foot through it, then
well, Barnes now to the left of Joe Linton. Joe Linton can play one to Hall. He doesn't. He tries to be fancy. He does do well. Now to Hall. Hall over the top. That's way wide.
For fuck's sake. Well, 2-0.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, Newcastle weren't good enough tonight.
I don't think
I'm not going to. I will turn around and say that City just had enough on us tonight.
Yeah.
There was some good play from some numbers on both teams.
Semenyo was incredible.
I think Semenyo was great for them.
Semenyo was great. I think Bernardo Silva was great.
He held up the ball all night. Ake was great.
The only player I really feel bad. Well, I feel bad for a lot of them, but Hall played out of his skin.
Yeah. Hall played well, and I'd have given Ramsey a bit of a squeak for his first half performance.
Yeah.
It's a shame he had to go off.
Yeah.
But I think all round for me, as a man of the match, I'd have given it to Hall just.
Yeah.
But Trafford kept him in it with a couple of good saves. But you know. Anyway, guys, anybody that's there or has been and come in and had a look at us tonight, I do appreciate it. Unfortunately, it hasn't worked for us at this time. Roll on to Sunday, and let's hope for.
Hang on, I just realised something. We had to play Carris in a cup final because Dubravka was cup tied, right?
Yeah.
So Menu played a Carabao Cup game for Bournemouth.
Well, then he shouldn't be allowed to play. He's cup tied.
I thought, or is it cup time means you cannot play against a team you were with? So because Dubravka was from us to Man United, but then he came back to us. He's played for Man United and for us.
Yeah, I think you can't. I think
it can't be from the team.
I think you can't play for the team against it, so he wouldn't be able to play against Bournemouth whether they're not in it. That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that you could be
that
right.
might be what it is, but
yeah.
I don't
think
know.
you can play for it against your parent club.
No, or even if you're not, even if you permanently move.
Well, so anyway, thanks guys.
Thank you for watching.